24/7, 365.
Hey, yo, Bass.
Tell you what.
So I mean, everything else like gas. Gas. Oh yeah, gas.
And it is $4
You know what?
It's $100
Like how much? Good. That is funny. I'm gonna start doing that event. Be like, yeah, we gonna pass around this hat for the artist. Let's be honest. How much you can pay to get into this event? Gas. Okay, you look. You're right. You pay gas. But as far as the admission, it's free. The gas is something. It's paid separately. So, but thank y'all for coming out to Versus. My name is LJ Bowens. I think I know everybody here, so that's cool. I'm gonna be honest, y'all, it's good to be back. I've been kind of, on the road doing this touring thing and still trying to get used to it again. I was doing it when I was a spring chicken. Now I'm a lot older. It's like, man, people try to hang out after some of these events. I'm like, no, I'm going to bed and going to sleep. Put on some forensic files and go to sleep. That's it. Just need to hear the soothing voice of somebody getting murdered and just pass out. Y'all laugh, but some of y'all, if y'all ain't doing that, y'all watch HGTV. So, with that, see, look, exactly. So, if this is your first time being here at Versus, I definitely want to thank y'all for showing up to this event. So, this is an event that we started back a while ago, many moons ago, but we decided to kick it back off. We were at Vibe Gastro Club, and I'm going to go ahead and make the announcement now. So, we were at Vibe Gastro Club. Vibe Gastro Club had to close down at the time temporarily because of the stuff that was going on with a leak in their building. We were supposed to be here temporarily as a spot until Vibe Gastro Club opens up. Unfortunately, Vibe Gastro Club is permanently closed now. So this will be our permanent residence for Versus. Yay, everybody. And I definitely want to give a shout out to Some Souls Arcade and Tap Room, because they definitely, when this happened, they reached out to us and said, hey, if you want to still keep your event going, just come to our space. We're a community space. We don't want nothing. You don't have to pay us to use the space. Just come and rock out with us. And I've told people who's been in the poetry scene for a little bit over a decade, if you remember the first event I used to host called Poetry in Motion, we used to do it at Docks of the Capitol. So if you know about Docks of the Capitol, when that was open, it literally was like Dave and Buster's, and we used to hold a poetry spot during that time. So all this is like that all over again for me. So I was fine when we had to move our space here. So I say that to say, whenever we do this event, if for any reason you're babysitting, you need to have some place to put your kids, put them out there while y'all do some poems. They got games, you'll be fine. So how this event works. So if you sign up for the open mic, that means that you have up to 2 poems you can do. Or if I had to get y'all down to 1, it's only because of time. But we're gonna say right now, based off the list, we'll go. I'm gonna not say 2 poems. I'm gonna say 5 to 6 minutes. So y'all can work 5 to 6 minutes, right? Y'all seem like y'all can work 5 to 6 minutes. Cool. Also, one thing we do is based on the list. We take a break in the list and then we do an open discussion. So we do community questions, whether they deal with something that's going on in the community or something going on in the world. Sometimes I may ask y'all a question just for y'all to blur out an answer. Sometimes I may ask y'all a question so we can just go around the room, raise y'all hand, and y'all contribute. I don't want y'all to feel like y'all can't answer the question amongst people in here you know or don't know, because the whole thing is community discussion. That's what's wrong with the communities now. We don't do enough of these. Even in the town halls we have now, it's not meant for people to go in there and discuss no more. It's like everybody going in there and just yelling at folks. And that's not what town halls are for. It's basically us saying what we feel, we talk it out, we try to hash it out together as a community. And that's what I like doing this event. So it's good to have this event back. And I'm just very thankful to be here, y'all. So everybody good?
Yeah.
All right, so community question number 1. This is the first one, then we'll get to the open mic. How's y'all week been going? Okay, I see great. I see a couple people do like this. I see somebody look at me like, bruh, I don't even know why you just asked me that question. So, I was just asking to make sure. So I'm gonna let y'all know now this mic stand is like drunk. So it's gonna be leaning left and right. But it's dynamic, so you good. If you start adjusting it, it's gonna look, it's wobbly. I'm letting y'all know that right now. It could be because of the ground or the legs are jacked up. I don't know. But we all been that way when we're drunk. So with that being said, are y'all ready for y'all first open mic artist? Everybody say yeah. Yeah. All right, your first open mic artist coming up. Now let's have some fun. Everybody please put your hands together for LJ. Woo!
I know him.
So I'm letting y'all know right now, this poem is not gonna be my best work. I'm being honest with y'all. I am prefacing this now. So the reason it's not gonna be one of my best works is because it's a short poem. And if you are a poet, you may be familiar with what April is, which is National Poetry Month. You take the challenge, and the challenge is you write 30 poems within the 30 days. So once again, 30 poems within the 30 days. So I am doing what is known as Sijo poems. And I'm probably mispronouncing that wrong, and I apologize. But basically what a Sijo poem is basically a poem that's kind of like a haiku or a tanka that's made up of a certain amount of lines, certain amount of syllables. So a Sijo poem is basically a poem that consists of 3 lines. Each line can either be 14 to 16 syllables, and I believe the total amount for the poem could be between 44 and 46 syllables. So I'm going to try to read y'all a quick poem if I can get my signal up in good time. Yes, okay, cool. So this is my short poem to start the open mic. And this poem is very personal to me. So this is poem 4 of 30. So remember the type of style it is. So the poem's gonna end quick, all right? A rose by any other name may be known as beautiful. But the rose I know is a trifling one that thinks of itself. And because of that, Jack died in the movie known as Titanic. Thank you. I'm gonna hold on to that for life. Y'all cannot argue with me about that. Go back to that whole scene. Like, the perfect villain is Rose. It's entitlement, and then the whole thing with the board. I'm telling you. So if you look at the board, they can both just jump on it like, you know what she did? Literally just did it straight like that. And Jack knew already was over. He's like, if you look back at it, they zoom in on Jack's like, I'm about to die. And I'm gonna say, because she don't care about me. So I'm just saying. So that's my poem. If you guys have not done so, or have done it this year, or want to try it next year, I will encourage y'all, if y'all are poets, try to do it 30 for 30. It doesn't necessarily have to be a long, drawn-out poem. You can just take a style or certain styles and just mix it up in between. And the biggest thing about that, 1, it keeps your mind sharp along with how you write your poems. And 2, it don't got to be your best work. You don't got to go in there and start editing your stuff. Just let it be what it is and have it. Plus, if you decide to put out a book, those poems are good to put in books. Helps you out. So, with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and look at this list real quick. We have some newcomers coming in the building. Everybody say hi, newcomers.
Hi, newcomers.
That was crazy. That is crazy. All right, y'all. So, okay, cool. Y'all ready for y'all first official artist? Everybody say, yeah. Yeah. All right. So your first official artist just sat down. I'm messing with you. She's ready to smile, replace everything. Let's get it. Like I like that. But the first artist is somebody that is pretty dope. Somebody that I've seen do a lot of good things in the community. And the other thing about this artist is that they're wearing red. Okay. It's funny because like 3 people got all red. Look, so everybody trying to figure out who it is. Rock, paper, scissors. But I am going to call his brother up. I'm letting him know now. I'm calling his brother up because I don't know if he's going to do a piece or not. But I know he got some dope stuff he's doing in the community. I do want him to talk about himself, especially about a project that he got coming up real soon. Everybody, please put your hands together for Robert, y'all. Make some noise. AKA Hustle Man, y'all. Make some noise. Make some noise. You got to do it for the stage.
All right.
I'm gonna usually do this though, but I'm gonna get up here. And I ain't gonna do a piece, but I just wanted to come up here and introduce myself, man. And I just wanted to say, y'all keep on being yourselves because there's not a lot of people out here being themselves. You know what I'm saying? So to step up here to this mic and to give y'all pain or to give y'all funny side of y'all, that's what it's all about. And if people can't accept that, then that's them. You know, so throughout life, I'm finding myself with the mistakes I'm making with people. But enough about that. April the 25th, down there on 108 Hay Street, from 6 to 8. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can come and rock out with me. It's kind of like a birthday style, but I'm making it an open mic. You know, I have Miss Crumble that's going to be my co-host. Okay. You know, I have Miss K Rose that's going to be there. Miss Yogi with 2 eyes. And then I have Miss Jewel, you know what I'm saying? So it's already a packed, you know what I'm saying, powerhouse link to me. Because they could be elsewhere, but they're gonna be in the house with me. So I'm making it an open mic, so if y'all wanna come down, you know what I'm saying, check out. Also, if y'all wanna check me out on YouTube, you know what I'm saying, the Hustle Man Podcast, you know, check out my interviews and everything like that, because I would like to interview y'all and get to know who y'all are, you know what I'm saying, one day at a time. So just holler at me, I like to set up interviews. So thank you, Mr. LeJuane.
One more time, get up for the Hustle Man, y'all. One more time.
Hustle man.
Yeah, I was telling them earlier, like, we've been in so many, like, spaces in the community, but it's like, we never, like, talk to each other. It's like, we be walking by, we see everything, and, like, I could be right here, and I'm Hustle Man. I'm like, yeah, man, everything, like, but it's only because of the space, though. It's only because of the space and everything's going on. So I'm glad you're here. Definitely, if y'all ain't doing anything during that time. I know Dogwood Festival is going on, but of course y'all know Dogwood Festival is only one particular part. But y'all can also, if y'all down already, just walk over to Back and buy a coffee. Try to get. I'm gonna say this before he even says it. Get there early because I know how that space is. Yeah. So y'all might want to get there early and get you a good seat. Because if not, you're gonna be at the doorway doing like this, peeking over, or trying to listen. Oh, it's okay. It's okay. No, it's okay. Look, I'm gonna announce the next person, then we'll go ahead and get that up for you. You're perfectly fine. You're good. You sure? Okay, I got you. All right. So, with that being said, I want everybody to make sure that their cups are nowhere near the edge of the table. No, you get hyped in these events like this. Like, we're on a community thing. You know, somebody do a good poem and a good joke. Ha, boom. Just,
That stuff hurt.
yeah. Oh, yeah. I felt it before. As soon as it dropped, I said,
She might have had a little yak in there.
look. Hey, look, the way it hit the ground, look, I felt it too, so like, I had a serious look on my face, like, you good? But in my mind, I'm like they got to, you know, especially when it's crisp, when it's real crisp, it's like, that, like, you gotta hit the throat, like, I get it. Yeah, Spike, man, look. That, or root beer, if you had a root beer in a while, especially, what's it, Barks?
Everything.
Barks root beer? What's better, Barks or A&W?
A&W, smoother.
Smoother.
I like Barks.
The way you did it, smoother.
If I need a fresh root beer, it's Barks.
All right, y'all.
Barks
So,
let you know you're going to drink whiskey later.
this is what I'm talking about, man. Community. I was about to get this event back going. My man went ahead and grabbed his towel, so I'm just going to go ahead and start getting this stuff up. All right. So, make sure we good. He's coming. Come on, him out. Hey, how you doing? I'm gonna let you mop that up real quick.
Oh.
Okay, this is the first time I ever had to like stall an event while they mop. It's perfectly fine. We're good. I just like do this all day. Yep, this chance to do church finger. There you go. You good? Come on through. Come on through. While you mopping. There you go. Huh? A community dad joke? Oh God. All right, what's the dad joke I know? All right, this dad joke's gonna be terrible, but they're all terrible. All right, y'all. Here's your community dad joke. That's gonna be horribly bad. And remember, don't get mad at me. She asked for it. Here's your community dad joke. Believe it or not, I signed up for my job's 401k. I'm a little scared though, because that's the farthest I ever walked. Thank you. Appreciate it.
You must
Appreciate it. I work hard on that joke. I worked long and hard on that joke. It was good. All right, we'll give it a couple of seconds. Let them finish up real fast, and then we're gonna get back on with the event. Just give them 1 second. We'll let them mop up real quick. I think there's 2 seats right here. They're just trying to mop up real fast. All right. Everybody good? Appreciate you guys. What's your name again?
Was you off guard by that?
Caleb?
About being
You know what's funny? I literally want to call you that. I didn't know that was actually your real name. I don't know why. Everybody, please give it up for Caleb, y'all. Let's get some. All right, y'all. So, remember, Have fun, keep the community, that's why we're here. And now we're gonna get to this open mic list. Now, with that being said, are y'all ready for y'all first artist? Everybody say yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Cool. Since we did that first, not yet. Your next artist getting ready to come up here is an artist whose name I just forgot, even though I just looked at the book.
Still gonna call him up here.
Oh yeah, that'd be the old man. Man is tired. All right. So next artist actually getting ready to come up here. This is my first time, I believe, hearing them at an open mic, even though I've seen them at an open mic. So I'm excited to see what they're going to do. And by all means, y'all, make sure y'all show this artist some love as they walk up to the stage. Put your hands together for David Blackwell, y'all. Make some noise.
How y'all doing?
All right.
I'm gonna call this one the folly of measuring heaven. The folly of measuring heaven. Man built a ladder out of questions, lashed with logic, nailed with pride, and set it on the trembling earth to climb the endless sky. He polished words like instruments, called them reason, law, and proof, then aimed them at eternity, as though God stood on a roof. He mapped the stars with careful hands, named every distant flame, and thought because he spoke their names, he understood their frame. He poured the ocean in a cup, declared its nature known, and then wondered why the tide still moved beyond his fragile throne. He carved his image out of thought, neat corners, clean and small, but God slipped through the edges, like light through a temple wall. He searched for God in thunder first, then silence, then in stone, yet missed him in the quiet breath that proved he was not alone. He asked for signs in burning skies, for mountains moved aside, while mercy bloomed in simple things his hurried eyes denied. For who can weigh the wind itself or measure mercy's span? The one who shaped the galaxies is not contained by man. So still the ladder climbed to the clouds, each rung a clever claim, but higher still the heavens stretch, untouched by human frame. And God in gentle irony lets man descend a while, then meets him on the lowest step with patience and a smile. This is called the comedy of human plans. Man drew a map upon the dust, stars lined, bold strokes, firm hand, and pointed all the winding road as though it must obey his plan. He charted valleys, named the hills, declared the future known, then wondered why the path he chose refused to match his own. He built a tower out of days, stacked minutes into years, and thought because he counted them, he mastered all his fears. He whispered prayers with folded hands, then rose to steer the sun, forgetting dawn was never his, to start, to stop, to run. He planted seeds in careful rows, marked where the harvest lay, then cursed the rain for coming late, or coming anyway. He measured storms with sharpened eyes, predicted every turn, yet found the winds of mercy blew beyond what he could learn. He carved his fortune out of hope, outlined and clean and bright, but God redrew the edges with softer, wiser light. For man may build 1,000 dreams and guard them with his might, but God can fold a lifetime in a single quiet night. And still man walks his chosen path, his plans clutched in his hands, while heaven hums a deeper tune he does not understand. Yet when his careful schemes collapse like castles in the sand, God meets him in the ruins with steady and open hand. For man may laugh at God's design, and God may smile at man's, but grace remains the meeting point between the two great plans. And when the final page is turned, man learns what angels knew. The joke he told God of my plan was God's favorite joke too.
One time, get up for David, y'all. One more time. All right, so let's do a quick church announcement real quick. Church announcement. So next Friday, so there's 2 events going on Friday next week. I would definitely love for y'all to check out both if possible. The first event that's going on is an event that is hosted by Low Key and Miss Yada, which is the Cozy Corner session at Starbucks off of Rayford Road and Strickland Bridge. At that Starbucks, their event I believe starts at 6. Starts at 6 and ends at 8:30. It's a free event. Please go check it out if you can. Afterwards, if you guys want to see another event, at Nova Sports Bar and Lounge, there's an event going on. This is a one-off from Poetry Emotion LLC called Ebony Stewart Live. So we will be featuring international known poet known as Ebony Stewart, who is literally passing through North Carolina. She wants to come rock out with us in Fayetteville, North Carolina. If you're not familiar with Ebony Stewart, she was ranked #1 in the world when it came to women poets. She's coming all the way from, I want to say Houston, Texas, or Galveston, Texas, but she's coming from Texas to come to North Carolina, pass it through because she's also doing an event Saturday in Durham that week. But she'll be featured here in Fayetteville. There we go. And opening it up for her will be Poetic Zay and also Letitia Brown here in Fayetteville. So if you guys aren't doing anything, it's $15. If you've been to Nova, you know Nova's got good food. They got a bar in case you guys like drinks or food, all that good stuff. And it's going to be a great show. So I definitely want y'all to check that out. If y'all want more information, just hit me up about it and I'll make sure to give y'all that information outside of this. Cool? Cool. All right, cool. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing great, bro.
I love you. I love when you in the building, man. I promise you. Like, we always, so, funny story, right? Every time you come in the building and you do a poem, everybody be expecting you to go boom, boom. So I'm gonna let you know. Like, I'll be ready for it. You don't gotta do it tonight, no pressure. All right, so, y'all ready for that next artist? Everybody say yeah?
Yeah.
All right, next artist get ready to come up. This person has been doing so much great work. People only know one side of him because they always see the business that he does with comedy, but he is also a fantastic writer. This man probably knows a lot when it deals with history. He can literally tell you like a lot of stuff off the top of his head when he deals with history, but he is a great writer, dope person that does a lot of great things in the community, and just like most of us in this room, also is a vet as well. Please put your hands together for Mr. Dennis V.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Well, first of all, this is not a joke. Big loss today in the hip hop community. Africa Bambaataa passed away. Not a lot of people know about him, but yeah. And here's another thing. I saw your panties on the internet.
Oh my God. Wait a minute.
How we doing tonight? We doing all right. So real quick, I just want to give a big announcement. We got a big comedy tour starting. Here, this is how we start the show. You see, you're ready. You ready? I'm just saying. I'm not gonna say that there's chat groups. I ain't gonna say it. It was like, I'm about to do poetry now. This comedy ain't kicking it. But so we got a big show tour kicking off here in Fayetteville. It's the Heroes Tour. We're doing 2 shows, May 1st and May 2nd. May 2nd, it's an actual recording by Vet TV producers. It's a big event. Then the week after that, we wind up going to California, taking our show to Palo Alto, to Redlands City, and then from there we go to Ohio, Texas, etc., etc. So tonight we're going to work on some new stuff.
New stuff.
You guys have never seen me perform, so everything is new anyway. I've never seen any of y'all at my show, so this is all new. So I retired from the military, 20 years. Thank you so much. 20 years, and after 20 years and 11 deployments, I decided I wanted to be a middle school teacher because apparently I did not have enough PTSD. So they call me up for the interview and they tell me, hey, when you get here, this is what you're gonna do. We need you to create a teaching plan. Teach us something. I said, okay. So I did this whole teaching plan. But when I get there, they play Stump the Chump. And as soon as I sat down, they said, why do you want to be a teacher? And I dug in deep and I said, because I believe the children are our future. We just have to teach them and let them lead the way. So I thought I got over on them because I got the job. But what they didn't tell me was that they got me. They got me because nothing prepares you for middle school. I thought I was going to run it. I was on there running. I'm going to run this class. 20 years, I was a ranger. I was a Green Beret. These kids I got them. As soon as I walk in and I say, Good morning, everyone. My name is Mr. V. This kid gets up and says, you look like that actor. I'm thinking, okay, maybe some gangster movie actor, you know? Little Al Pacino action. He says, no, that actor that looks like a can of busted biscuits. First of all, I'm from the north. I don't know what a can of busted biscuits looks like. But apparently it's not that good. Then he goes, you look like George Lopez and Shark Boy and Lava Girl. I'm like, that's not what I was going for. Now, I'm a grown man. And this kid with his Capri Sun got in my head. He got in my head because I'm all day long, I'm thinking, what does a can of busted biscuits look like? I take 3 bathroom breaks in an hour to look in the mirror. I'm like, maybe I am a can of busted biscuits. Now, I was about 30 pounds heavier, so I was definitely a can of busted biscuits. I know what that looks like now. But here's the deal. The kids are not the problem. If you've never experienced a PTA meeting, you don't know what real trauma is. So first of all, parents think their kids don't do anything wrong. I'm not gonna say F them kids. It's not their fault. It's not their fault. It is these parents' fault. First of all, they don't send you emails at normal hours. I have a daughter. So I got my phone on all the time. At 2 in the morning, my email goes off. And I'm like, okay, it's an emergency. This lady sends me an email. She goes, I don't feel Ian is being seen. I said, lady, I answered back. I said, lady, at 2:30 in the morning, Ian is being seen. He's being seen by the security camera, by the resource officer. He's about to be seen by the psychologist if you do not step up in here. Yeah, parents are the worst. Parents are the worst. So, like I said, I was a retired military, and when I got out, I was going through some stuff. And you start going through to the VA, which is a whole separate adventure. That's a Netflix special on its own. That's facts. That's trauma. People like to say, thank you for your service, but they tell you that in the same way that they say, I'm sorry for your loss. They do. They don't go, thank you for your service, brother. They go, thank you for your service. I'm sorry for your loss. It's the same thing. But yeah, so it's a real thing. So I start going to the therapist, right? And the therapist is like, hey, maybe you need a psychiatrist. A psychologist, they step up. So I go to a psychologist. Psychologist goes, well, I'm gonna give you a referral to a psychiatrist. Now, they got levels to this. I'm gonna tell you when you hit rock bottom. When they ask you, are you allergic to dogs? Excuse me? And they prescribe you a dog. They say you need this. Now, this poor dog didn't sign up for this. This poor, he's looking at the other dogs talking like, man, you get to play with little white kids. I don't know what you're doing there, but you're tied to a tree with weights on your neck, and you looking good over there. My dog is dealing with me waking up at 2 in the morning yelling. He's like, what are you doing, bro? What are you yelling at? I'm at the therapist, my dog's at the therapist. He did not become a service. He was looking for a service dog himself. It was horrible. So yeah, hey, I appreciate you guys dealing with my new stuff. Thank you so much. My name is Dennis V. And if you can make it out, it'd be greatly appreciated because the cameo needs your help. And yep, I'm a comedian on the show. Thank you so much, everyone.
One more time, get up with Dennis V. All right, so I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. That hit home. The part about the thank you for your service. Like, I'm like, you know what? He's right. That people do go to them like, thank you for your service. Like, it's never no excitement about that. It's never any excitement about that. Like, you felt sorry for me for the thanking me for my service. You felt sorry for me. That is crazy. All right, everybody still doing good?
Yeah.
Good. So I'm going through these names, making sure I get everybody cool. That was a crazy way to start too. Talking about, hey, guess what? Guess what I saw on the internet?
Hell yeah! Fresh ink.
Stop.
I'm sorry.
I don't even know if they married or not over there. I was like, yep, that marriage is ended. You people.
What's your name on social media?
Y'all.
Put your
Alright,
hands
so
on
we're trying to mix this up real quick.
It's over.
Y'all ready for the next artist? Everybody say yeah?
Yeah.
So the next artist getting ready to come up. I am excited to see his sign up on our open mic. So much so that I literally just told this artist a minute ago that it's been a minute since we've seen them. And they popped in on us on Friday. And I was so excited because I was like, oh my God, they're in the building. I've been wondering about them because I haven't seen them in a while. It's like, you know how when you see artists, you ain't seen artists in a long time, you never know what's going on with them, so you're hoping they're okay and things of that nature. So to see them pop in the building on Friday, I was like, oh, bet, I'm going to talk to them. And then as soon as the event was done, I saw the tumbleweed because they was going on.
Outside.
So, but to see them here tonight, I had to let them know that they have been thought about by being the boss lady, and we're glad to see them in the building. Glad to see them on the open mic list. So I'm gonna let them do their thing. Please put your hands together for one of the dopest poetry names I've ever seen in my life, Randall Black Girl. Keep clapping if they come to the stage, y'all. Keep clapping if they come to the stage.
I feel so shy now. Alright, he just want to make sure y'all know I'm important. So remember that. I take donations for bills. You can pay here and here. Right.
See, last time they saw me, I was a lot smaller. And part of the reason why I go outside is because my clothes don't fit how they used to. Like, when the world went home was like the last time I was at this event. It was like March 2020 was the last one I went to, and then like the next day, the world shut down. And we went home and got food. Crazy things happened. I was surprised. I recently had to go to a work event, and they was like, you gotta dress business casual. And all I had was house casual. True tragedy. And none of these poems are about that. But I wanted y'all to know, because y'all looking at me and I don't get to look at me much, and all I can think about is, do they think I'm chubby? Alright, don't be serious in a poem. Don't. Not this one. I may have scrolled too far. Oops.
Come back.
I'm trying. It was good too. We're just going to go on what we see there. I probably deleted it. Okay. Alright. Everything sucks all the time. Sorry. Oh no, you're good. Everything sucks all the time. I tell my brain to think thoughts and it betrays me, writes me left and sways me. What's going on in there? I forget often. And let's toss in anxiety, sprinkle in depression, then take it back. For goodness sake, you black. We don't crack. Cuss word. Plaster that. Oh no, the hell I'm in. Supply chain holding up that magical melanin. Stitch together sanity with Jesus pieces. Patchwork morals and capricious. Release us. Let go of the mystique to seek. The death of these thoughts, you must speak. Restrained by silence, release violence. The end. The disrespectable Negro surfaced again. And that's the end of that. I flipped for this was the wrong color. All right, this is the next poem. It is different. If I recognize your right to be offended, can I get permission to speak freely? Contents under pressure, I bubble. In a world of black and white, I live in the gray valleys. We peaked. I picked a pot and boiled peppers, half step and we simmer. No winner, just fight to exist. No one cares, yet we still there. Lost in language, our preposition. How many adjectives equal a noun? In a war of words, I fight with no descriptors. Just questions, all lessons, learned. I've earned the right to not be ignorant. So I'll ask again your permission to speak freely. Don't wince and trust. I'll send you off with my apologies on the journey to offense. Like that was supposed to open so I could say some offensive stuff after. Don't laugh at me. I write because words are my weapon. I'm dangerously armed. There's harm in my intentions. Did I mention you're not safe? I replace tranquility with a memory of safety. I am napalm. Find calm in my fire. Aspire. Dream. Close your eyes and memorize today. Tomorrow's borrowed, so I levy yesterday so we can carry away. Promise me it's we. Forever. Together. There, I got one more if I fit in. I got time. We're gonna be scrolling, but we got something. All right, this is the old one, but crazily enough, it applies again. Yeah, this is crazy world.
Nothing new under the sun.
Yeah. I wrote this initially a long time ago when I had no job because I quit to follow my dreams. It didn't make me no money. And it came time to go back and work to pay for my habits of filling my refrigerator with food so I can be like this right now. But one of the things I hated is the application process. Like, that is the worst. Like, I wouldn't mind if it was drop my resume off and you take it, but going through that system to fill something out it's a lot. I wrote a poem about it. Name, random black girl. Address, I live somewhere in between my fantasy and my dreams, across the street from failure and down the block from change, but they're gentrifying. So I sleep in the shadows of wealth. Date of birth, forever. I've been born again. Baptized in the knowledge I never got in college. I got a bill though. Phone number, no. How may we reach you? Try harder. If I don't comprehend, then maybe you're not understanding my language. When you talk down to me, I can only look up to your lies. Position I'm applying for, boss. Why would I want to be anything else? Give away my dreams to be less than myself? You crazy. Full-time or part-time? Check one. Don't tell me what to do. I write in both. Hourly rate desired? I want a damn salary. They kill you in the hourly. I now disagree with that. I want hourly. I want you to pay me for every minute I work. Back to the serious poem that was funny. I lost my place. Oh yeah, they kill you in the hours. Out here guarding my minutes. If hired, when can you start work? I'm already outside. I've been swallowing my pride. Yum. She's being digested. Please list your education. Google, these streets, rap songs, life, military service. Thought about it, but no. These cookies kept getting in the way. References. Huh? I don't believe you. You need more people. Work history. Why you always gotta bring up the past? I put in work, dropped my spirit in my pocket, took my dreams for a profit. Learned everything and met the craziest people I'll never forget. I babysat, cashiered, volunteered, administrated, contemplated, was a receptionist, lawnmower parts specialist, the Dairy Queen, which means I stocked milk in a giant store which shall not be named. I even saved customers, the call center superhero. I sought out leaks, I shopped in secret, made reservations with no hesitation. I checked backgrounds. I pivoted tables, layered design, helped strippers make business cards. Like I said, I put in work. List special skills. I sow the seeds of discontent. And I have jokes. I work hard until I figure out how to be lazy. I'm real efficient. Additional comments. I actually took the time to fill this out, so I think you'll find I'm highly qualified. Do you certify this is the truth? You know damn well I lied. I ain't got time for bullshit. Just hire me so I can quit my current job. I plan to work here forever. I'll never leave if I can receive a paycheck. Could be worse, right? Signature. RBG. Name. Please print name. Random broke girl. Thank you.
that ring.
One more time, give it up a random black girl, y'all. As soon as you tell us about a job, we already do the poem. I was like, yes, she's doing it. We feel it. That's crazy. All right, so we're gonna do one more artist, and then we're gonna go into our open discussion part. So everybody that's on here that signed up, y'all said we'll get y'all time. We just gotta break it up like we always do. So y'all ready for y'all next artist in the first half? Everybody say yeah.
Yeah.
Next artist coming up, we are going to bring up another dope poet artist here in the building that actually hosts an event, I believe, on a Monday, but I'll let them talk about it. And also, I met them out of all places. It wasn't even about poetry. It literally was about me trying to coerce them to come be a part of Fayetteville Fan Fest, which is basically a Comic-Con event that we run here. But just knowing this person and then now seeing him in the poetry community is something that's real dope, and I'm glad he's a part of it. Please put your hands together for Mike Gaddy. All right. Make sure we got that little front. Oh, yes. That's what we got. We got you. Take your time.
How y'all doing?
All right.
Sure?
Yeah.
You people didn't sound quite sure. So my name is Mike Gaddy. I'm a stroke survivor. I'm a cancer survivor.
All right.
God put these words in my hand. He put them in my head, and I gotta let them go.
There you go.
So LJ mentioned we have a poetry poetry event, open mic. It's the fourth Monday. I don't even know. It might be Monday. Everybody's doing jokes tonight, so I have to be here. 3 in a row. But it's at the Farmer's Cat Cafe, and if you're not familiar with that, it's on Gillespie Street, in between the Crown Coliseum and Walmart, on the left-hand side on the service road. And if you're familiar with that area, there's a motel that has a horse sitting in the yard.
That's
not
scripture
real.
right there. Motel with the horse.
If you're going out toward Hope Mills, it's just before that horse.
2589 Gillespie Street.
2589 Gillespie Street.
Look for the horse.
Look for the Jesus Saves cross.
Yes,
Okay,
the
I'll find
Jesus
it later.
Saves cross, right there. It's the fourth Monday. It's from 6 to 8. It's on the porch. So we'd be glad for y'all to come out. You know. I learned the hard way. Nobody's coming. No fix, no rescue, no rewind. Just me and the wreckage and the breath I could still find. So I endured. Not because I'm strong, because I didn't have a choice. People want the soft version, the edited version, the version that doesn't make them look at their own breaking. But endurance isn't soft. It's survival with the lights on. And when I finally stood, shaking, uneven, not healed, I realized something nobody tells you. Enduring is not the end. So I returned, not as the man they remembered, not as the man they wanted, as the man who lived. I returned because the version of me that almost didn't make it deserved a witness. And sometimes that witness has to be me. Survival wasn't the finish line. It was the doorway. And I walked through it every day until the shaking stopped and the breathing changed. And the world didn't feel like a threat, but a possibility. And that's when it happened. The shift. Small, quiet, easy to miss. The moment when the story stopped being what happened to me and started being what I was building from it. That's becoming. Not loud, not triumphant, not cinematic, just real, just mine. I am the man who endures. I am the man who returns. But becoming is the part nobody warned me about. The part where I stopped surviving and start living. And living is the first thing that finally feels like freedom. I am the man who endures. I am the man who returns. I am the man who becomes. And becoming, that's the part you can't take from me. I didn't survive. I was forged. They thought the stroke stole me. Half my body went quiet. Half my voice went missing. Half my future tried to flatline. But nobody warned it. I've got a God who specializes in resurrections. That stroke hit like a thief in the night, but it didn't check who owned the house. The left side of me felt like a locked door, tongue heavy, lung dragging, leg dragging, dignity fighting for oxygen. Machines beeped like countdown clocks. Doctors spoke in percentages. Fear tried to introduce itself as permanent. But God leaned in and said, breathe. And when God says breathe, lungs listen. I learned something in that hospital bed. When your body won't move, faith will. When your voice shakes, truth still speaks. When half of you feels gone, God is still whole. Then cancer showed up, like it had a reservation, like my name was already on the door. Radiation lit me up, not like destruction, like refinement. Because fire in God's hand doesn't consume, it reveals. It reveals what sickness cannot steal. It reveals what diagnoses cannot define. It reveals what hell forgot to calculate. My body can bruise. My muscles can forget. My strength can collapse on Friday. But my spirit is anchored to a God who does not flinch at flames. I've worn battle bands like hospital bracelets. I sat in a waiting room where fear tried to preach louder than faith. I've heard machines measure my life like I was already a statistic. But you can't measure a man who's already been chosen. I'm not standing here because I'm lucky. I'm not standing here because I'm strong. I'm standing here because God said, not finished. The fire thought it was ending me. The stroke thought it was rewriting me. Cancer thought it was claiming me. But every time I walked through that fire, God walked in with me. And every time I came out, I was carrying something different. Clarity, authority, perspective, and unshakable faith. See, when you've been in the furnace and you didn't burn, you stop fearing heat. When you lost movement and regained purpose, you stop fearing loss. When you stared at your own mortality and God said, live, you stopped negotiating with doubt. I walked through the fire. I didn't come back the same. I came back carrying it, carrying proof, carrying power, carrying purpose, carrying a testimony hell tried to erase that heaven signed in permanent ink. I'm scarred. I am uneven. I'm rebuilt. And I'm still here. So if you see me standing, understand something. This isn't survival. I'm evidence. The fire didn't finish me. It introduced me. I'm still standing. I'm still fighting. And I'm still here.
Take your time. Take your time. One more time, y'all. Give it up for Mike Gaddy, y'all. One more time. So I'm gonna make the lateral call to say that starting next month, I'm gonna start this thing about 7:30. Only because one.
Law.
No. Yeah. Yeah, everybody just look at him and just shake y'all head. Just shake y'all. If y'all did it too, y'all are wrong. Shame on y'all.
I had a meeting.
You had a meeting. But no, reason I say I'm probably starting at 7:30 because, like I said, the whole thing with the baseball season going, I know people find parking and everything like that, but I think that's fine though. I think we're good.
They gonna tow us if we park back there?
No, you good.
Not
You
this
good.
time.
No, you good. He said not this time.
Not this time.
All right, so give it up for the first half, y'all. Give it up for the first half. All right. So what we're gonna do now, we're gonna do what's known as the open discussion. So the open discussion, right? We like to ask community questions just to get y'all feedback on how y'all feel about things. And like I said before, the whole point of this is not to like have people go back and forth and like yell at each other. I believe community talks actually build community. Folks always kind of like yell at who's right and who's wrong and stuff like that. It's okay to disagree with the next person if you don't agree with what they feel. However, you still be respectful to that decision and you keep it moving. That's how I always feel about it. So first thing we're gonna do, we always like to do icebreakers. So first icebreaker we always do is called this and that. We just basically yell out two things, what's better between this and this, and you just yell out what's better. That's it. Now if y'all start arguing amongst yourselves, that's on y'all. I'm perfectly fine with that. So if I say, what's the better sandwich between a ham and cheese sandwich or a fried bologna sandwich, you'll say what?
Ham and cheese.
Grilled cheese. I don't eat pork.
It's always one.
Like I said, I don't eat pork. I'm with you. I don't eat pork.
I don't eat. No, I'm glad. You're not saying that shit. No, I'm getting my sandwich here. Grilled cheese. Grilled cheese. I got you. Southern fried. Like the crisp edges? All right. Do you like it sliced or do you like it just whole sandwich?
Slice.
You like it sliced? You're gonna be a funny like, all right, grilled cheese sandwich. You like the grilled cheese sandwich whole or sliced down the middle so you have two slices? So you know the problem is, I opened up that whole question. Somebody had to be a jack ASA in fours.
It's called an outlier.
Y'all funny. All right. So for all my old school heads and no cartoon, who would be your better road dog if you was in a situation where you had to fear for your life? Scooby-Doo or Courage the Cowardly Dog?
Courage the
Courage.
Cowardly Dog.
Scooby-Doo.
Let's go with you run fast.
Nah, hold on.
Scooby always
Y'all not seen Courage?
Everything
Courage riding up with I can bring out the.
Like Courage was saving people from aliens.
For real.
Like Scooby couldn't
My
even
man,
he could
hey.
smell. He
You
should
gotta
have known
ride.
who did it.
You gotta ride.
Automatically.
You
You feel like you're the man.
Which was like
Scooby didn't even talk right. He couldn't smell the bad guy. Scooby was you.
Scooby never got
All right.
Bad guy walking around the whole time.
My last this or that. This ain't really a this or that question. Somebody sent
I'm
me
trying to
this.
get my.
Alright, somebody sent me this. I'm not gonna even answer. I'm gonna let y'all know about it. And we since we're back on food. So
Don't move it anyway, 'cause I ain't.
greens. Hold up. Wait till I say the question. I'm just saying the food and then I'm gonna say the question. Greens, spaghetti, rice, grits. Which one does sugar go with?
None of them.
Grits and spaghetti.
None of them.
No.
Are you leaving?
Right.
Sugar grits.
That's a cream. I'm just asking the question. I have no fight in this.
That's cream of wheat.
No, look. As soon as he said grits and spaghetti, somebody said, Then they turn.
Well, if you don't put spaghetti, a little sugar in your spaghetti, I don't
In your
want
spaghetti sauce, yeah. You gotta put sugar in your spaghetti
tomatoes or
sauce.
cinnamon, okay?
Alright.
You gotta change that.
Alright, y'all. So now y'all see what we get into here. So now I just want to
It
start
was
asking
barely any
questions.
sugar in the Kool-Aid.
Just gonna start asking some questions. When I ask these, well, they're real questions, but when I ask these questions, right, raise your hand because I want to hear everybody's opinion. That way we can try to get to everybody. So one question I really want to start off is something that dealt with a TEDx, the TEDx that I did. So I got the privilege to do the TEDx. So I got the privilege to go back to my hometown and do a TEDx, and my speech was about arts and how arts is used for civic engagement. So if you guys aren't familiar with civic engagement, it's basically when you're doing stuff in the community. Basically, you're using political or non-political means in order to justify the community and make things happen in a certain way or form. So my talk was about how the arts can be used for civic engagement. So I highlighted a couple of things when it deals with poetry, deals with music, and things like that. But I honestly want to know y'all opinion. Do you feel art is currently? Oh, you're late. Sorry. So, do you feel art is being currently used for civic engagement enough, or do you feel that it could be used more for civic engagement, and why, if or if not? Yes.
Could be used more.
All right. Why do you feel that way?
Though every art is being used for civic engagement, they're still fractured and there's not a unity in the arts. And some of them there are, but even we see where music, they don't want to deal with poets, or poets don't want to deal with, painters, or painters don't want to deal. So it's a fractured community, but they all have the same goal.
Okay.
So it is being used, not being used effectively.
Got you. Anybody else want to chime on in that, or yes?
I feel like it's used all the time. It's like the primary, most of the reason why I have certain opinions, think certain things, is in art. Whether it's something I saw on TV, a song I saw, something that somebody said or talked to, like it may not be used positively. And I think existing in a society where capitalism and you gotta pay bills, because even me, I'd be like, man, I wanna write more, but I gotta eat. And I ain't gonna lie, the right person came around at the right time, I could be compromised. I could see myself taking the same way I wanna fix the world. That could be even misconstrued, like, and I hate to use him as an example, but Kanye and what we may see as his vision. You can take that same level of artistry, all of that, and you can bastardize it. You can use it for however people see positive, or even the instruments that wield the arts can change how it is. Because I feel like no matter what time you go through, there's an art that reflected what's going on. You name it, it existed, and it changed how the world went. Like almost all the movements got a song that go with them. So that's my opinion.
Anybody else before we? Yes.
The worst thing that ever happened in any form of art is mainstream. To get signed to anything. Hip hop was hip hop when it was hip hop, when it was underground. Spoken word was spoken word until Gil started hearing what flat. You know what I mean? Like and we have the resources and the money, because they dictate us what we like. You know what I mean? If he's a comedian and he's in a community, he should be able to eat just off of us and without even having to pay taxes. He do a show, there should be hundreds of people there. This event should have hundreds of people here. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. That's signing, and if you don't sign with the system, you know what I mean? You don't become part of the system, you can't eat. And we gotta get away from that. You gotta just take it back underground. That's where, you know, everything that we created has been destroyed because of Main Street, because that's the way society does it, and they compare us against each other. Yeah. So you don't have the comedians with the poets, or the poets with the singers, or everybody's competing.
I want to chime in just from a thought I had. So like when this whole speech kind of came up, I started thinking about a lot of things. So like for me, and this was a conversation that, and I'll go ahead and like put this out there. Like me and my brother-in-law, we was having a conversation one time about events and how we do events and everything like that. And we had talked about just like the whole purpose of like how we put the events together. So I believe like the question came up like how do you go about doing your events? How do you get with the funding of your events and everything like that? And for me, even though like grants exist, I've always been like a community-based grassroots person, because I know there's always that time when the grants are going to go through, especially now because the grant system, when it used to be very prevalent and like numerous grants out there, when unfortunately when the administration changed, a lot of stuff got cut. So now the whole grant system apply for grants is a lot less, or it's more competitive. So there's that chance you don't get the grant. So that say again. So
don't silence the voices.
Exactly. Appreciate
At all.
you.
Don't take it underground, because doing that is going to silence the voice.
Not really, but I understand your voice. But being said, that well, no, we're good. Everybody got their opinion, it's fine. But even with that, grassroots, right? Grassroots is like, you're basically with the people, you always have people like contribute, kind of like what you were saying with the whole underground thing, where people contribute, it can still keep going. It's like the Dilla Day event. I can let y'all know this now. The Dilla Day event, I literally put in for a grant, found out we didn't get the grant, but it was because of something that wasn't mentioned when the grant first opened. But I was fine with it because I already had a plan in motion. And that whole thing was basically put together grassroots, like getting sponsors, people donating, and then money we raised ourselves. So I always came up with the conversation like, what do you do? And the civic engagement takes part of that, because knowing your communities, they can build into that. Because sometimes those grants ain't gonna be there, and then you never know when a grant get cut. So how many artists we have in here? Raised by show of hands. So for the people that's in here as artists, and then for the people that know about grants, especially for the Arts Council. Remember back when we used to have a mini grant we can apply to, and then they cut that mini grant. It now makes it hard for us to get grants because you have to do a certain thing to get this particular new grant they have now. So things like that takes part of how you like get your funding. And that's not against them, it's just now you gotta think of another way to get it if you're not gonna do a particular project now that they got grants for. So that's why civic engagement is important, so that way you get to know your community. Speaking of which, now I gotta get to the elephant in the room. As y'all know, when it comes to art, and art in this community, there was a staple that literally made us the artists that we are, and that was the coffee scene. As of Wednesday, abruptly, they shut down all coffee scenes. For most of us, coffee scene has been a mecca, not only for the artists at Fayetteville, but for the state of North Carolina. The coffee scene and this job expression of it was going for almost 30 years, and then just having just unceremoniously just stop. Literally hit everybody, like it was unexpected. I know for me, I always tell people like coffee scene is always special to me because I started a coffee scene. A lot of us started at coffee scene. Some of us, when we get a chance, still go to coffee scene. Some of us have been going to coffee scene since the inception. Most of us have been there since the first one and continued following, even when it was originally hosted by Steve Ryland before Neil took it over and made it what it is today. It's pretty much how we grew up. So for anybody that's been to coffee scene, this is a two-part question. One, the first part of the question is, how does coffee scene, if you've ever been to coffee scene, impacted you as an artist or just as a person that went to the event? And the second part is, can you share a small memory of one of your favorite moments at coffee scene? Yes.
I guess like you said, that story. So for me, when I was in nursing school, I used to go and sit there, and one time open mic started while I was upstairs at the one on Morganton Road. And that's when Keith used to go there a lot. So he was my inspirational poet at the time.
Keep so well for everybody.
Yes, Keith So Well. So I used to hear him and other poets, of course, and that motivated me to get up and actually speak one day. And I spoke once, and then I took like 3 or 4 months off because I was nervous. But Neil, he was so welcoming, and he always make everybody feel like a superstar when they come up there. You know, like you this big person. You're like, okay, Neil, I'm just she. You know, he'll give you a hug, embrace you, and it felt like family. So that was my moment at the coffee scene that really, really sticks out. So I'm definitely gonna miss that environment.
Yes.
I'm a poet, and I have a lot in my head, and I wanted to express it, and I found the coffee scene, not where it is now. It was at another place. What is that?
Westwood Shopping Center?
Yeah, okay. That's
next to the old Carmike movie theater before they moved in.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. When you have something within you and you want people to hear you and benefit from what you're saying, something positive that you could say, you know what, I like that. And you can get people's attention when you lift them up. And the coffee scene was my outlet because I have a lot that I haven't even mentioned or recited at the coffee scene. But I thought I had a chance to do that. No, I'm having a pity party. I can't do more poetry. Boo, boo, boo. Bang,
Oh man. Anybody else want to share a quick story? Yes, what you got?
Coffee scene made me, so a lot of us think we're really good at what we do when we have a few good runs. And then you go to the coffee scene and you see this unknown kid with a guitar just killing it. And I'm like, man, maybe I'm not as good as I thought I was. You know, the coffee scene made you elevate yourself. You know, you can't go up there and just say, you know, regular street jokes. You better go up there with a message. You better elevate your game, because if not, you're gonna get the and you're gonna feel real bad about yourself. Coffee scene was a good place to really hone your skills to an elevated crowd.
I gotta jump in on that one real quick. I remember, this ain't my favorite story for Coffee Scene, but I remember one time I did a poem at Coffee Scene. I did a poem and then I asked Neil, how did the poem go? And in his own words, he said it was serviceable. I heard my whole life shattered. I was like, serviceable. That's just not going to say it was not that good. So like, I'd rather you tell me it's not good to say serviceable than that. Because now I'm like rethinking everything. So, did anybody else have a story they want to? Oh, we got a couple. Yes, go for it. What you got, Long?
I'll make this quick. So the way it impacted me, even though I didn't start the coffee scene helped me find the purpose in my voice outside of the church circuit. It also helped me find the family I had been looking for. Also part of the impact was the first time when you walk into it, to see a staircase lined up with artists. Because the chairs are all taken. You got everybody wants to be there so bad. I'll stand on the dang staircase. I don't care. And then my favorite story is, well, I had a minute. I was going through pictures yesterday. But my favorite story is Radar.
Yeah.
The introductions, and he will always give a particular artist every night. He'll pick someone and give them a special theme entrance. And this joker did not tell me. He played Law and Order for me one night. That'll forever top everything, is because Radar's personality and the fact he caught me off guard.
Who else had their hands on Radar?
For me, I'm mad about both of them. Like, I'm telling him when working to me, because I'm like, first of all, it's my first time in both locations shooting as a photographer in Fayetteville.
using professional lighting and stuff like that for personal projects. So part of my grant was gonna be used for the one downtown also. And so having to, because it's the mirror of the hypnotist. But the one, after Jasmine, Unchained Melody, she put me onto Coffee Scene after there was a slam at the Rock Shop. I aging myself. And right after that, she was like, oh, they have poetry nights every Sunday right after church. So I was like, okay, we go to church. Hours later, we go to coffee shop. And I was the first time I went there, I heard somebody did a poem about sneakers. I was so
It was different.
I was like, this is life. Like, ever since then, that was how I was introduced to poetry scene here in Fayetteville. And after the poem, I was like, I'm not going back. Like, this is home. And like I was saying, the staircase, oh my God.
Yeah.
Like, as a photographer, that just there gravitates me. And then on my launch system, we spent a lot of time there too. You know, going through some processes, and we were there constantly. And it's a lot of memories, and seeing people on the staircase because the seats get full and everybody's trying to fight for a good seat, and the seat be so low, and you need, all that. People always like candles, you know, all that stuff. I miss it.
The Amen corner.
The Amen corner. What you got, Samantha?
Okay, when I started poetry, I didn't start at the coffee scene, but the coffee scene became consistent. I was going from when it was Monday and then when it moved to Sunday. But I've met some of the most amazing people at the coffee scene. And I remember last year, April 28th, we had Java Expressions, and then he said, oh, it's poetry night, so we're going to do the poets. And then at that time, I didn't have my poetry book yet. And I'm like, I can't go up there and not have a book to promote and stuff. Like, not have a poetry book to put up the poetry month. And that led me to start writing. So a part of, every time I look at my book, I'm going to remember that because of my first feature at the coffee scene, I was like, I must have something, which I didn't complete the 28th. I did it in 2019. But I was working on it for that. And then just it gives you discipline too, because at first I used to be able to go 5 and sign up, and then I realized when you get there 5, it's full. So you go 4:45 and you realize it's full. You start going 4:30, and if you want to get on the list that bad, you're gonna show up earlier. So it was just great, and then just one day you just see it's gone. So that's that part.
Yes, I got you. I got you. Go ahead.
I just want to say I wouldn't meet all these nice people for the coffee scene.
Man, all right.
I gotta start with a question.
Yes.
It's closed already?
Yeah, they abruptly, literally, so
out of nowhere.
the way it happened for everybody to find out was Neil put online on Easter Sunday that they were closed for Easter Sunday, and he was like, we're closed for Easter Sunday because they just let me know they were closed, but we're gonna be ready to see y'all next Sunday on the 12th. And then the way I found out was on my feed. I just happened to open my phone, and Unchained Melody, Jasmine, posted on his page and said, tell me it's not true about Coffee Scene being closed. And then Yogi with 2 eyes then put an article underneath the comment, and then you saw the whole article saying that as of this date, the Coffee Scene abruptly closed all of their locations. And it wasn't like we're waiting till these days, like it's closing on this day. They're like, we're closed now.
Somebody
yeah.
And they're not taking quick. They didn't do a response.
And so the other part to that is they weren't taking any questions. And then somebody else did some fishing, and then they put another article out about it. And apparently, what ended up happening was there's actually like lawsuit going on between the old owners and the new owners, like a lawsuit and a countersuit going on with the owner. So that's, I guess, the reason why it closed. But it sucked because of for my brother that just got back here in the scene to like get his own spot started for this to happen, just abruptly close, and then 2, for it to close down unceremoniously for Neil to like end the legs like abruptly. Like it's, so I think it hit everybody, 'cause like everybody was like online like sad. Like I was sad about it. Like it was crazy. But I think one of the biggest things for me that impacted me about Coffee Scene was, and I'll be completely honest with y'all, Coffee Scene was one of the places that got me in the habit of learning how to write poems without curse words.
That was gonna be my point.
Because I felt like at the time I was like really getting to my right, and I had to have like a few words in there every time I did. But then Neil had told me like, hey, you still have the same. And then Neil, along with another person, God rest his soul, by the name of Carlos Cason, aka Cartier Jesus, was like, hey, you can get your point across without saying curse words. There's other words besides curse words you can say certain stuff, man. He's like, and that'll help you because when you get for other events, if you start getting booked for other events, then these are other ways you can do your poems without having to rely so much on profanity. And my favorite memory was when I just wrote this poem called Left Right. And I did it, and I started off, I was getting ready to do it, and then as soon as I said left, there was this little girl out of nowhere that said, right! and it just broke the whole room. Like everybody knew the poem, but when the little girl did that, like everybody just started laughing and everything. Like there's a video somewhere on like Facebook for it, but Coffee Scene, definitely. And don't let nobody else tell you in North Carolina. I don't care what they say. Some places may have like dope events, but Coffee Scene was the longest running poetry open mic in the state of North Carolina. Don't let nobody tell you anything otherwise, because nobody ain't put in that much time that they put in. Ain't nobody put in that much time Neil put in to build this scene. Neil built this scene from the ground up. Neil literally took the event, and I'm gonna say this on record. He took the event from the person that originally was hosting it, because that person said he could not control the people, they wouldn't listen to him. I want this event to stop. And Neil took it upon himself to put that event on his back to keep poetry going. And he's been doing it this long. And because of him doing that, it birthed all of us here. Y'all see that, man. And with that being said, that was our open discussion, and we're getting back to this open mic. Y'all ready for y'all open mic on? Everybody say yeah? Yeah. So since we talked about Coffee Scene, and the reason I purposely set this up, coming up next, please put your hands together for my brother Unorthodox. Yeah. Keep clapping as you come to the stage. Keep clapping as you come to the stage.
So before we even get started, right, since LJ, I was going to share something, but he kind of cut it short. Coffee Scene for me, man, why was it important for me to start differencing up? Wait a second. I don't know if y'all know the story behind me and LJ. Me and LJ met in Afghanistan in 2006, right? Yes.
Yeah.
Came back, hung out, never saw this brother again. 2010, one of my soldiers was like, hey, we heard you do poetry, you should go check out Coffee Scene. Cool. This is when it was over on Westwood. LJ, Cardi, rest his soul, he was all there, we was all chilling. This is when I used to go by Half a Poet. Yeah, I used to go by Half a Poet. What ended up happening, I was on the same circuit law was, going doing churches and stuff like that. LJ Cardi was like, hey, you're dope. But you should try doing some other stuff, like change your writing style. So I did, and I think it was maybe around 2000. Later on, LJ, we were all sitting around, and this was before we did the. No, actually, we had just finished the Wise Men tour. We were sitting around, and they were like, "Yo, you should change your name." And I was like, "Cool, makes sense. Give me something." Right? We were sitting around the table. They were like, "Yo, it's got to be different," and I was like, Unorthodox. And LJ was like, yo, that's definitely different, but it still kind of played into the half a poet, because half a poet was half of me, half of God, right? Unorthodox, Orthodox Church kind of still played an effect, right? So cool, there it is. Left a while, came back, me and LJ talked. I was downtown doing great things, and that spot used to be G Sports Bar, and that's kind of where I did Coffee Scene, and then I kind of was raised in G Sports Bar, so I talked to the owner, Emily, the manager, and she was like, yo, we want to do an open mic here. And I was like, word. So I called LJ, hey, bro, I got this opportunity. LJ was like, bro, why are you calling me? He was like, yo, it's crazy. He was like, well, I don't even know why you're calling me. Go ahead and do it. And I was like, well, I got to get Neil's permission. He was like, he's going to tell you to do it, but call him. So I went up to Coffee Scene that next Sunday, talked to Neil. Neil looked at me and was like, bro, I don't even know why we're having this conversation. Jeff, Doc, he was like, you're a pillar in this community. And I kind of sat back and I was like, nah, man, I'm not. but when Neil says you're a pillar in something, that means you're a pillar in the community because he built it, right? Or helped build it. So I say this, right? Everybody here that's been affected by coffee scene, please understand that coffee scene's not going to stop. All right. Neil and I on the background today, that Wednesday, Detour Chat got a text message and it was like, yo, Docs, is it true? And I was like, I don't know. Let me do some research. So I reached out to the actual owner. He didn't answer the phone. Sent an email to the manager. It came back mail denied, right? Mail very denied. I was just like, oh shit, I guess it is true. All right, cool. So if you're up on what's happening in Fayetteville, there was somebody had posted about, hey, we're looking for something here. In here on Sunday, or here, period. So me being who I am, I got on the phone and I was like, hey, this is Jeff Gary, Unorthodox. Used to host this. We got to do this. We need to do something. And they were like, yo, bring it here. So Neil and I will be hosting an event starting April 19th, every other Sunday, just like the coffee scene. It's just going to be at Ace 19, straight down Bragg Boulevard for us.
It's Strikers.
The old Strikers.
Yeah.
Okay. The old Strikers golf course.
Okay.
All right. Flyers coming out tomorrow. LJ told me to hold it. LJ had of course, LJ being big bro, he kind of was underneath the backside of it. Me and Neil talking through text. Neil was like, I'm with it, let's do it. So we set it up. First show is going to be April 19th. Same time, coffee scene. It's just going to be, it's a larger venue. Yeah. The venue is humongous, right? So we're not going to have that stair problem. All right? We're not going to have that stair problem, right? There's going to be chairs. It's got food, it's got drinks, it's got, and when I say drinks, it's got alcohol for all of you who like to taste on a good Sunday. It's got some amazing food, so it's going to be dope. It's going to be dope. How it's going to work, Neil's going to have 1 week, right, as Java expressions. I'm going to take the next week as different expressions, and then we're just going to go back and forth, and we're just going to have fun, right? My event, his event, his event, my event. We're just going to have fun. We're going to bring that Java expression vibe back to that location. So yeah, there's that. It's for the community, man. It's for the community. Because I grew up there. I met all of you amazing people, either at the coffee scene or through the coffee scene. So yeah, I felt that we need to do something for y'all as well. And Neil, I didn't want to see him go off 28 years in his grind just for some special clothes. So at least he has a spot where if he wants to retire, he can be like, hey, I'm chalking it up and hand it to whoever he wants to hand it to. All right, I'm not doing any poems. I just want to get up here and do that. So y'all have a good night. There it is. Don't look at that. One more time, y'all. Get up one over that. Yo, that day, I can sit here and say that, like, that day was crazy. Like, it was like phone calls coming out the woodwork. So the running joke has been like, when people hit me up, so like, LJ, what are we gonna do? I'm like, I love y'all. It's not my event. I'm like, yo, I'm trying to figure out what's gonna happen. But the person that put up the post was calling me while I was talking to him. And then when I followed back up with them, they was like, "Oh yeah," they was like, "They said I saw it, and I wanted to make sure we got them in here because they love Neil, because they also know Neil and what the coffee scene did." So Ace 19 is a dope spot. If you guys are familiar with Bragg, Fort Bragg, if you go up Bragg Boulevard, basically like if you go up Bragg like you used to go on Spring Lake, like Spring Lake, like where it's cut off at, the Strikers Golf Course, like the building. Basically, where Uptown Chicken and Waffles used to be, their spots, it's that spot.
That's how you know we like these.
Yeah. It's on Uptown Chicken and Waffles. It's Ace 19. If y'all familiar in the community, y'all know Kia McMillan. That's her spot. Yeah. So that's her spot. So yeah, definitely go check that thing out. It's gonna be dope. And shout out to you, brother, for like making the initiative to like keep that going, and for you and like also Neil to keep that going, man. Cause like I can tell you now, it would have hurt not seeing that happen. Like I said, it's unceremoniously like just being done, and like y'all took it upon yourself to make it happen. So one more time, get up on our top. All right, Larry Luther Law. Can you grab me that book real quick, please? Not the whole government. That's not his whole government. That's not his whole government. It is now. Oh no! It is now. I say because sometimes when I say something, I get so excited and it don't come out right. Cause like one time I called him the light skinned Hope.
Oh.
Like Hope. See? And you thought I said this. But then somebody thought I said this. Somebody at the event thought I said light skinned Hope. And I was like, no, he's not that. Hope. But y'all ready to go next card? Everybody say yeah?
Yeah.
All right, to kick this thing back off with some poetry and some good stuff like that. I'm glad his brother's in the building. I can't wait for y'all to hear them. Please put your hands together for Bless as they come to the stage. I'm sorry, I should have warned you. I know you gotta like walk around that area. Gotta hit that corner just right. What's the corner? There you go. Do a couple swings. Oh no, you good? Take your time. All right, one more time, y'all. Give it up for Bless, y'all.
I actually been to a few spots. I just moved up here. I've been up here for almost 2 years. I've been to a few poetry spots, and I noticed something that I know that brother over here, he hosts an event. So me and she hosts an event, he hosts an event, his brother over here hosts an event. And I've been to all of the events. I did that for a reason because it's like, I live up north, and where I'm from, people who host events and have events don't go to other events because it's competition. So for me to see people that have their own individual events and then come out to support each other's events, that's a scene I can do. I love that. So, you know, I'm actually going to do something that I'm not normally. I'm a married man. I'm gonna do something that I normally don't do. I don't really do like romantic poems. I can do two.
Yeah.
But I got to do the first one because I was sitting over there and the women were smelling good. And I'm sitting there, you know, somebody smelling real good. You got to look at you. Yeah. So this is what it's saying. Okay. Damn, sister, what's that you got on? Smelling sweet as a love song from a black bird. Bird? And I said, bird. Now, is that Chanel? That's not what I smelled. And she didn't understand what I told her that she smelled of ambrosia. It was a sweet scent of innocence with a hint of beautiful personality, something past reality, what only the privilege can be, where you can see the inside of another human being. Inner peace and beauty is linked, the colors of violet, yellow, and pink, and allow me to sink into the soul where emotions overflow. Unheard stories are told, and let's expose the naked truth about you and not dress it up in clothes. Now, I told her that she smelled of ambrosia, but I really longed to taste it. Never wasted. I lick my plate clean, if y'all know what I mean. It's a tantalizing scene of compatibility, eternally free. From the Hollywood opinion, what beauty's supposed to be, me for you and you for me, as I give you the fruit of my tree and eat of the fruit of your vine, down to the rhyme. But this whole divine point in time was only in my mind as a sister sat there looking so damn fine. I mean, damn, sister, what's that you got on? Smelling sweet as a love song from a black bird. Word? And I said, word. And then she replied she had no perfume tonight, and I had to explain that this is something beyond the senses and sight. And then she sighed, but I took her hands and looked deep into her eyes and said, maybe in time me and you could be fruitful and multiply. And each night I can dine between your thighs and wake up every morning by your side. And she was like, word? And I said, word. But the entire conversation was never heard because these were things that I wish that I could say. And as the sister really went by, my only real reply was, damn, you smell good.
Damn, I thought you had some real thing.
Married man.
Hope my wife don't see this.
So if you ever been stuck in traffic and get pissed off, remember this poem, okay? Angry hands clutch the steering wheel as I feel like I'm about to explode. Cars crowd the streets like dirty clothes in the wash load. And patiently I wait for traffic to unfold because I got to roll. I got place to go and people to see. I'm in a hurry with no particular place to be. As I hear screams and obscenities of, you got to be effing kidding me. What the hell's going on? Move it along! And we're all singing the same song of unwillingness to wait. As I'm stuck in the midst of all this traffic, I see how it equates to everyday living. You see, in life's mission, we're all in a rush to get there. Anywhere but here, but never really clear where there really is. And we all want that long, slow life, so why are we in such a rush to live? As my haikus are drowned out by honking horns and angry shouts of, move it along! Oh, come on, this is ridiculous! I haven't moved a bit! And it's the dude in front of me who takes a hit of weed as he watches the clock tick because he's late for a 5 o'clock appointment with his mistress. An adulteress with a body that's built to last that his wife used to have before she had his kids. And as traffic moves up an inch behind me, I can hear complaints like, this don't make no damn sense. And it's a stay-at-home mom who take little joy to practice, but she's late for an audition because she once wanted to be an actress, but now she just kind of role plays on a dirty mattress with the bastard who had to end up her dreams. More obscenities and screams, and we're so self-consumed with what we're going through, and I'm suffering from it too. You see, I got a poetry reading to do, and I just wrote some real hotness. And I'm just dying to spit it, but I'm stuck in this damn traffic trying to kick it to myself. So I throw on some Miles Davis smooth groove, but then the traffic starts to move, and then suddenly, everybody's in a better mood. Dude calls his mistress, the one with the body that won't to quit, and tell her he's gonna be over in a minute. And behind me, little Joey can finally make it to practice, and I got that poetry reading here, and I can spill my real hotness. But then I felt like an insensitive prick, a freaking idiot when I saw the cars in the midst of all this traffic. There was a 5-year-old child who was struck and killed by a motorist, and the guy who did it tried to explain it, saying he had places to go and people to see. He was in a hurry with no particular place to be. Like me. Or dude that was in front of me in such a rush to commit adultery. Or that wannabe actress just had to take little Joey to practice. You see, we was all self-consumed by our own worries, but now, nobody's in a hurry. There's no more sense of urgency as we all stand there in awe, holding up traffic, witnessing a true emergency.
One more time, give it up for Bless, y'all. One more time, Everybody good? Yeah. All right, cool. So we have some newcomers coming in. Everybody say hi, newcomers.
Hi, newcomers.
Yes, we are all family here. We are all family. You want to too.
Hi.
Hello. How are you doing?
Yeah.
All right. Neat. All right. So let me look on my list of people I have not called yet. There's a couple of y'all. Oh. Everybody say, ooh. Not yet. I gotta build up a hype for him. You know what I'm saying? However, the next person I am gonna call up though, needs to get up and start walking now. Because she is so phenomenally awesome. I did a feature last night in Raleigh, North Carolina at City Soul Cafe. And as soon as I was sitting there, somebody tapped me on the shoulder. She's like, "Hey, MJ, what's going on?" I was like, "Oh man, it's her! Oh my god!" But the dope thing about her, right? You don't get too many people like this person. Somebody that literally will go any and everywhere. If she believes in you, she will come out and support you. Like she has gone as far as Jacksonville, Florida, to go see people she loves and supports because she believes in what they do. And I hope beside her getting up here and talk about her poem, she'll talk about the event that's going on. Yeah, you got to, because we coming. Everybody put their hands together for Sheikah, y'all. You know what?
Good evening, everybody. My name is Sheikah Williams. He always put me on the spot. That's one thing I appreciate about him.
I love you.
I do have an event coming up. Well, first off, the first event is next week. It's Thursday, April 16th. It's the Caribou Coffee Lights Caribou Action on Bragg Boulevard from 6 to 8 p.m. It's an open mic event open to business owners, poets, musicians, magicians, comedians, whoever wants to attend, basically. So 6 to 8 p.m. next Thursday, Caribou Coffee on Bragg Boulevard. The next thing is the ITS Slam. That's August 15th. It's called, ITS stands for Inspired to Speak. So all the poets are invitation only. Nobody knows who's being invited. Nobody knows who's coming. The audience won't know. The poets don't know who they're competing against. So they can't study them and they can't figure out what poems to throw out. And the theme is Inspired to Speak. So when the poets leave the stage, the audience should feel inspired to do something in some type of artistic way. So if it's poetry, if it's visual arts, if it's writing a book, whatever, we want them to leave inspired to get up and do something great. So.
If there are cash prizes or something like that?
Oh yeah, sorry. I forget about the money all the time, so. First place is $2,000.
$2,000? Invite me!
You got a cruise to pay.
So first place is $2,000, second place is $1,000, and third place is $500.
Big money.
It's definitely worth it to be in it. The first poem I'm going to do, actually a quick little story behind it. So I went to my favorite spot, Corrales, sat at the bar, and somebody one of the workers was like, "How was your weekend?" And I was like, "It was great. It was the weekend I went to Savannah." I was like, "I went to Savannah," and they cut me off and turned it into their story. So I didn't even get to tell my story. They started talking about Savannah. They pulled out pictures, and I'm like, I was sitting there for 5 minutes, like, okay. I was like, let's do that. So this one is called The Listening Party. Let's see if I can find it. And you got me standing up, so I'll be rocking back and forth.
You want to check?
I don't know. You made that joke, so
We
I
know
think
how-
I said.
we know what happened last time you said
But listening party. All right. Why do we listen like we are waiting at the edge of our own reply, as if silence is something to survive instead of something to enter? Someone is offering you a story, a small piece of their universe, and somehow you reshape it into your own reflection. Their moment becomes your memory, but you were never really there. Ears open, but spirit closed, already rehearsing your response before their truth finishes breathing. Hearing is surface, listening is depth. Listening is sacred. It is sitting still long enough to hear what is not being said. It is catching the tremble between words, the pause that carries more weight than the sentence. We live in a world that tries to compress a lifetime into 5 minutes of meeting, pouring stories out like we are afraid they will expire if not spoken quickly. But the most powerful conversations I have ever experienced felt like still water. No rush, no performance, just presence. I listened, and it felt like being trusted with something unseen. I walked away, not full of my own voice, but filled with fragments of theirs. A perspective, an understanding, a window into a soul that only opened because I did not force my way in. I left with my eyes open and my mouth at rest, holding their words like something fragile, like something alive. And in that moment, I learned more than I ever could have said. Some speak loudly because silence once ignored them, trying to reclaim space with an overflow of sound, not realizing that too much noise can push people further away, because presence can't survive where there is no room to land. Conversation is a rhythm, a breath in, a breath out, speaking, listening, becoming. But most of us have only mastered the exhale. If every time we meet is just another performance, another moment where you take the stage, then let's be honest. Don't call it a conversation. Just invite me to your listening party. And I will decide if I am meant to be in the audience or the silence you never learned to hear. So before you speak again, pause. Let the moment breathe. Let their words finish living, because you try to give them meaning
Because not every silence is empty. Some silences are asking, can you hear me? Without hearing yourself. And if you cannot, then maybe, just maybe, the loudest thing in the room has always been you. Thank you. My next one. I want to do boundaries. Boundaries. I'm a stranger to many, more than I'm a friend to. I'm the reason no flows easily off your tongue. The reason you don't feel guilty when the energy feels off and you decide not to show up. I'm the reason you sleep well at night. The reason you stepped off the fence and finally started playing in the yard. I'm the reason you show up as yourself and not some carefully crafted facade. The reason people think twice before approaching you with lies and stories just to waste your time. I'm the reason you can be fully present, whether it's 5 minutes or 5 hours. The reason you can hear people and their problems without carrying them home like extra baggage. I'm the reason you smile when you truly want to and retreat when you truly need to. I'm the reason you've mastered the art of ninja smoke exit, completely, unapologetically. I'm the reason a negative thought can appear and then disappear without renting space in your mind. I'm the reason you choose carefully who deserves your energy. The reason you test the fruit before biting into it. I'm the reason you avoid places that demand you to explain yourself again and again and again. I'm the reason you can hear someone's beliefs, respect their perspective, and still feel no pressure to become it. I'm the reason you wake up every day knowing exactly whose side you're on. I'm the reason you choose spaces that help you grow. The reason you understand being with people is beautiful and being alone is powerful. I think by now you have enough clues. My name is Boundaries, and I'm proud you finally stepped off the fence between your thoughts and your need to please everyone. Because let me tell you something. Every time you say yes to everyone else while betraying yourself, that is not kindness. That is self-abandonment. I'm glad you let me in. I'm glad we became friends. You lean on me when you're making decisions. You come to me when life needs reasoning. I feel comfortable in your presence now. There was a time when my standards felt too heavy for you, but now you exceed my expectations. As your friend, you give me the respect I've always deserved. And because of that, there's nothing that I lack. I'm glad you're comfortable with me. I feel safe and I feel seen. Some people may think I'm short with them because I refuse to entertain drama. Some may even call me mean. But people only call Boundaries mean when they were the one benefiting from you not having any. But once they truly meet me and understand what I protect, they realize I'm not harsh, I'm not cold, I'm not difficult. I'm necessary because peace is expensive and I'm the price tag. My name is Boundaries, and trust me, the more you get to know me, the more you will realize I'm not the reason you lose people. I'm the reason the wrong ones can no longer stay. So if your circle got smaller, do not panic. That just means your standards finally got bigger. And if anyone ever asks who taught you how to protect your peace, tell them this. You met someone who reminded you that loving yourself is not selfish, it's necessary. Because if protecting your peace costs you a few people, pay the price. A quiet mind is worth more than a crowded room. So if they ask you who changed your life, just smile and introduce them to your best friend, Boundaries.
One more time, give it up for Sheikah, y'all. One more time. I apologize. I had to get a refill of my root beer.
Slow down, killer.
They got some
more.
I think it's bars.
Slow it down, killer.
try not to get too crazy.
I mean, I told y'all I could get a little crazy.
You
All right. All right, y'all. Everybody still doing good?
Yeah.
All right, we got a couple artists left, and I do appreciate y'all being here with us. I know we normally end this event at 9, but we started a little late, so it's good that y'all rocking out with us. Next artist getting ready to come up will not be doing poetry. However, he's a dope poet, and he also hosts events here in the city. And I wanted to actually have him come up here because he does have an event that's getting ready to come up soon. And I want to make sure people get to know about all these events that's going on because there's a plethora of events that happen here in the city. So, without further ado, please put your hands together for the one, the only suave poet, y'all. Make some noise.
How y'all doing? Alright, so I lied to LJ. I told him I wasn't gonna do no poetry. Because I wasn't. If you come to any of my events lately, doing poetry has just not been my thing, right? Teaching poetry, pouring back into the youth has been my thing. So right now it's currently expanding across the state, and that has been my priority to the point where I don't even have the capacity to write no more. But you cannot be mad at what you prayed for. But that's also the reason some of y'all don't see me as often as I would like to come out, because I have to schedule my sleep at this point. I'm running on probably 3-4 hours right now, but I was downtown in the meeting. I said, let me do this thing and show up, so I'm here. But next Wednesday at the library, I do host an event called Ladies Love Poetry. It is a newer event. We just started 3 months ago. This will be our 3rd month. And it's always dope and packed. And also I host this event called D&D, the first Friday every month out in Rayford. It's the first Saturday on the months we do erotic poetry. So Bless, come out there and spit that, talk about that lady perfume. Hey, look. I see why you was talking about perfume, because I was sitting in that back corner. I said, damn, it smells good over here. So I don't know what y'all got on over there, but that fragrance area is just like the aroma. It's I was standing there the whole time and I was like, damn, Bless, I see, it smells good. It smells good. But I don't even really hosting events anymore either. I kind of getting forced to do this thing. No, but it's more so because at the coffee scene, right? LJ made a valid point, right? The coffee scene was a space where it does make you write in a different aspect, right? You can't go in there saying a lot of curse words. That's not the environment for that. At my events, curse words is the first language, y'all. Okay, so we cuss a lot. Okay, it's a lot of cuss words. And it's just one of those spaces where they really come in and they say whatever and do whatever, and I'll let people just be free and have fun. So that's what the purpose of me still hosting is, because I do think those spaces are needed as well, because it's a different side of this art form. It's a lot of different ways and different venues. I know at Caribou Coffee, that's a little scene where you don't want to go cussing there either, right? You know what I'm saying? So, and those things are needed because sometimes I have my kids, and that's the spaces that I can take them, right? They can't come watch Daddy host at my events because I say a lot of cuss words. But anyway, the 15th at the library is Ladies Love Poetry Part 2. If you can't take cussing and the smelling like cigar smoke when you leave out, then that's the place to come and check it out. But I'm gonna do this poem because speaking of being busy a lot and being a single man is not always fun, okay? It's late nights, early mornings, a lot of travel, a lot of things, and sometimes you walk in your hotel room and you're like, damn, I'm in here by myself again, okay? And it is tearing me apart, but I also am in a space in my life where I don't necessarily know the man I am anymore, right? There is a version of me that was broken and guarded and raised in a lot of traumas, and I have a very street background when I was younger, and it's taken a lot of years to transform myself into this man I am today. And with that being said, I think sometimes I let my old me haunt me, and it haunts me out of good things, and it haunts me out of good friendships, good relationships, and everything, because I'm just guarded, because I don't know who to protect myself with and who not to protect myself with. So I'm gonna do this poem. This is some real new shit, because this is new shit. We discussing that.
Fresh ink. Fresh people is good, some people.
So it's a mix, and you don't know what you.
It's a mix.
Okay.
So just say fresh ink.
Fresh ink, y'all. Okay.
Hold on. Okay, so everybody, say you got fresh ink.
I got fresh ink.
Fresh ink. Drip, splash.
All right, cool.
Everybody was like, boss, like, fresh ink, drip, what? I'm like, okay,
All right. My therapist said the only time you need external validation that you're a good man is when you don't believe you're a good man yourself. Well, hell, look at my track record. I used to run through women like a 4x4 in the Olympics. I had women losing weight before they even heard of Ozempic. I'm talking not the good kind, but the stress diet, where love feels like cardio and your heart is the treadmill. See, I pimped the butterfly and somehow still turned her heart into Mad City. And it turned out when you pimp a butterfly, you forget their wings won't always remain as pretty. See, once they learn how to fly away, I used to carry myself real clean, y'all. Like vacuum lines on the floor, everything looked intentional, disciplined, everything looking together. But if you open that closet, you find old apologies, wrinkled promises, and women's names I folded away like laundry that I kept saying I'd get to later. And the truth is, some of them scars ain't even theirs anymore. They mine now. Because accountability is strange like that. You can grow, you can change, you can apologize, you can build a better version of yourself brick by brick and still feel like somebody in the room is staring at the man that you used to be. Sometimes that somebody is also you. Because sometimes the mask slips and the reflection looks familiar in the wrong way. Like, what if you offer comfort because it builds cages? What if you thought your pen was like Kendrick, but your verses landed on other people's pages? What if healing ain't just forgiveness, but remembering who you were without letting him stay in front of the admission? Because the truth is, I'm not proud of that man, but I'm honest about him. And maybe that's the difference between growth and pretending. See, my therapist said, the only time you need external validation that you're a good man is when you don't believe you're a good man yourself. So maybe it's not that I don't believe I'm a good man. Maybe it's just I'm still learning how loud the man I used to be should be allowed to even speak. Thank y'all.
One more time, that was wild. Y'all do that one more time. So, temperature check one more time. Everybody still good, right? Yeah. All right. Are y'all legs tired?
No, we're good.
Yeah, we good.
I
got my beard, my lady, I'm straight. You gotta ask me nothing? You good. All right, cool. So we got a couple more poets, and then we're gonna be wrapping this thing up. Y'all ready for your next artist? Everybody say yeah? Yeah. So I'm gonna need y'all to make sure y'all listen to this hit. Y'all don't gotta go nowhere, but y'all will have to adjust yourself because the next artist is ready to come up. There's a brother who I met many years ago at Compton, and I always loved the approach of his poetry. And there's something about his spirit, like when you get to be around his spirit, you feel it. And normally you got people that speak, you got people that perform, and you got people that just literally do both and put life into you when they grab the mic, when they say their words and everything like that. This man does that. And it's a lesson to know he comes from a good line of people that literally do this as a profession. So without further ado, put your hands together for Wes Brown.
I didn't know who he was talking about.
I learned from Neil.
Oh, I'm glad to be here. I'm sad that coffee seen the storm because it was my girlfriend, second girlfriend. I would love to be there. The atmosphere, the people is great. But I'm talk about a poem that we used to do in high school for the assembly. I graduated in 1963, way before y'all were born. Now I'm 81.
Look good.
If you could keep your head when all about you are losing theirs and blaming it on you. If you could trust yourself when all men doubt you and make allowance for their doubting too. If you could wait and not get tired by waiting. being lied about. Don't deal in lies. Or being hated. Don't give way to hating. And yet, don't look too good like me. Nor talk too wise. If you could dream and not make dreams your master. If you could think and not make thoughts your aim. If you could meet with triumph and disaster and keep those two just the same. If you could bear to hear the words you've spoken, twisted by knives to make a trap for fools, or watch the things you gave your life to, broken and stoop, and build them up with worn out tools. If you could take one heap of all your winnings and risk it on one turn of pitch and toss and lose and start again at your beginnings and never breathe a word about your loss. If you could force your heart and nerve and sinew to serve your turn long, long after they're gone. And so, hold on. And there's nothing in you except the will which says, hold on. If you could walk with crowds and keep your virtue, or walk with kings, no lose the common touch. If neither friend nor foe can hurt you, if all men count with you, but none too much. If you could fill the unforgiving minute with 60 seconds of distant run, yours is the earth, yes, Lord, and everything that's in it, which is more. You'll be a man or a woman, my son and my daughters. Amen. Ladies and gentlemen, amen. Ouch, ouch, bang, bang. Boom, boom. I said amen. Amen. Ladies and gentlemen, ouch, ouch, bang, bang, boom, boom. Now, go run and tell that. They said it couldn't be done, but he with a chuckle replied, well, maybe it couldn't, but he would be one who wouldn't say so until he tried. So he buckled right in with a grin on his face. If he worried, he hit it. He started to sing as he tackled that thing. That couldn't be done, but he did it. Somebody scoffed, oh, you can't do that. Well, at least no one has ever done it. But he took off his coat, and he took off his hat. And the first thing we knew, he begun it with a little chin and a bit of a ring. And he started to do it. Everybody said, wow, this man is great. This man can do it. Amen, ladies and gentlemen. Amen. Ouch, ouch, bang, bang, boom, boom. I said, amen, ladies and gentlemen. Amen. Ouch, ouch, bang, bang, boom, boom. Now, go run and tell that.
One more time, y'all. Give it up for West Brown, y'all. I don't think I ever told you this, West Brown, but I'm glad you're one of the voices that's still here. Cause I want to say, he correct me if I'm wrong. I remember, I think you left for a bit and you end up coming back. And I think that's one of the beautiful things about this scene. There's a lot of artists that literally left here, but somehow found their way back here, and it made the scene like be still that prevalent. Especially when we got some of the OGs still around here, and that nobody can do it like you. And that's what I love hearing you on there, because it was funny when you started to ouch, ouch, my leg, you okay? He's like, bang, bang. Oh, yeah, he ain't hurt. All right. One more time, get up for West Brown, y'all. All right. I'm gonna do this quick, because we got 4 more artists, and I'm gonna give y'all some good introductions, but I wanna make sure we get y'all out of here in good time too, because folks gotta get to work tomorrow or get on the road, depending on who it is. So, ready for the next artist? Everybody say yeah?
Yeah.
All right, next artist get ready to come up here is a published author. They also work at a bookstore, and also today, out of all days, it is their birthday. Please name them with Star. Make sure she got to get to the stage. Corner, I know.
You can ask Monica. I was over there like shaking, like I think I'm a little bit neurospicy. Like I had a little self-diagnosis, a little ADHD, but I realized as I was sitting there, this is fresh ink.
Fresh ink, drip, 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 splash.
And I'm really nervous about sharing this poem. I've been processing my birthday all week. A lot of tears, a lot of joy, big milestone. And this poem is a composition of that. So this poem is titled Free at Last. My therapist met me in the garden. While the serpent was spewing lies from his lips, questioning me if I am who I know that God said I am. She spoke into the me I could not see. Like when God created earth with just him and the Trinity. She planted seeds in ground I never tilled. She watered gardens I never planted. I've bloomed into a version I once took for granted. In the beginning, I was in a war, fighting the enemy for who would have authority over me. An internal battle no one could see. I was constantly fighting after me. I was accepting a reality that was never true. I was under the dirt, never to experience the taste of morning dew. Life tried to make me believe there wasn't anything greater for me. But then the Lord sent her to believe in me. She opened my eyes to a reality I could never see. Like a gardener, she composted what was already dead into fertile ground, watering me with truth, shedding sunlight deep under the ground into my roots. She grew a garden from what only she could see in her head. I bloomed. The king of lies is dead. When I believed everything the enemy said about me, it kept me bound to a version of me that only society wants to see. But by blooming, I have quieted the noise. I've stepped on the head of the serpent. I didn't eat the fruit when he asked me if I was really who God said I could be. So early in the morning, in the garden, the birds are chirping. They sing a song while the sun rises on the horizon. You may not know their song, but they are singing. She is free at last. She is free at last. And they're singing about me. Aww. Oh, tomorrow night, we have an event for women. We have a vision workshop. Y'all can see me after. I have a community-based organization called The Den. I create a safe space for women so we can be seen, heard, loved, and acknowledged. So we're gonna talk about vision, because you started January with a vision, and it's second quarter, so what have you done?
Oh yeah, by the way, it's somebody's birthday. To only count as 3. I missed your name because I was in the
Star.
Star. Oh, okay, Star. All right, it matches. All right, you guys are gonna sing Happy Birthday to Star on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Star.
2 R's.
Happy birthday to you.
Listen to you carry that note.
I know, right? One more time, give it up for Star. And also, give it up for Dominique, y'all singing the birthday song. Give it up, y'all. If y'all don't know, that is Dominique Womack, work for Rock 103 and also Q98.
What?
And she also probably doing some work at the Woodpeckers.
That's where I met them.
And she also will be the host of the Juneteenth Jubilee going on. And she probably hosts some other events too. Probably, you know, the community probably.
Dogwood.
Yeah, Dogwood too. Yeah, dang. Probably some nerdy stuff later this year too. We'll talk about that later. We'll get to that later though. Can't let them know yet. All right. So, you ready for the next artist? Everybody say yeah. Yeah. All right. This next artist, I'm gonna let y'all know now. They be mad at me because I'll be answering their questions all the time when they be asking me questions. They just be like, I see what you wrote, but I don't like you right now. I want to fight you because I know you that well. However, dope poet, best musician scene, and she's also a member of the Detour Slam team. Please put your hands up for Dr.
Peace. How you doing?
Alright.
This has been a really off week for me. This is the 5th anniversary of my twin brother passing away by overdose in 2021. So my outfit is actually dedicated to him. On the right, you have my favorite cereal, which are Captain Crunch.
Yes.
And he was a Frosted Flakes kind of guy, so you know. I thought I'd just rep both of them today. And the poem that I'm going to be sharing with you is the one that I wrote in honor of him, which is what we used to say all the time was twin powers activate. So, twin powers activate. My twin was my only brother, my womb mate, my first forever friend, my twin. My other half to the whole soul. Salt and pepper twins is what they called us. One dark, one light in complexion and disposition. Later, a uno reverse. Within instead of without, a thin line between the physical and the spiritual. Only outward manifestation of what festers inside. My twin loved to play and dabble in the dark. I, on the other hand, loved to dance and leap in the light. I learned a long time ago to spin and twirl between the two with grace and gratitude, making magic in my moments. Unlike my twin brother and my mother. My mother ruined us both. In so many ways, each different, just like me and my twin. Each unique, our own person. And whether we truly knew ourselves or each other, who truly knows, besides each and God. And my twin took his truth to his grave at 41, forever free. Me, the remaining twin, the survivor, the remnant, she's still writing hers, breaking generational curses, stacking cash purses, for the seeds I planted and nurtured, now and in the future. Restoring and redeeming whatever was lost and earned through the lessons learned. My twin spent most of his life without hope, trying to escape and cope, yet making all the wrong choices, trying to wrestle his demons, never truly quieting those voices. In search of himself in a cruel world telling him everything he was not. He was weary and tired of giving it all he got. So his vices got the best of him and his soul is forever at rest. And I, the remaining twin, went within. I'm learning every day how to win at this game called life without my twin. Twin powers activate. And this next poem is really a mistake because I'm a teacher. I have 3 degrees. And I still did not follow directions.
You detoured.
Yeah. We don't follow directions, we detour. Oh, wow. Well, last week somebody had a lyric slam, so I just knew I was doing it. I was like, yeah, I know what I'm doing. Wrote a whole poem. And then I asked for clarification. That was one of the questions he was like, I asked for clarification. He was like, no, that's not what you're doing. So I'm gonna share it tonight.
Go for it. So what is it?
And it's called lyrical split. A play on words, you know. Instead of lyrical split,
is it fresh ink?
Lyrical split.
Is it fresh
And
ink?
it's fresh ink.
Fresh ink. Drip, drip, drip. Splash.
Yeah, and see, my brother, he calls himself freestyling. I can't do all that, but you know, I'm gonna give it my best shot. So what I did is I took all these different songs that, you know, you be going through all these little phases in life, so you got songs that just kind of stand out to you. So I took all the songs, some of my key lines, and I wove them together and made a poem called Lyrical Split. And it has 24 artists. So we got a little Fantasia, Tony, SZA, Khalid, Keisha Cole, J. Cole, Tink, Usher, Justin Timberlake, Avant, Tanisha Kelly, Future, Rihanna, Rod Wave, Janine, Anaya Lamas, MJB, Outkast, Life, Jim and Nell, a young girl named Stuck in a Tree. I don't know if you might know about her. Stuck in a Tree, Pete Rock, Lakia, and Amanda Perez. So let's see how this goes. All right. First of all, let me say this. I remember you accused me of all the things you know you were guilty of. So now, baby, we're undone. Reached the climax. I ushered out those old emotions, secondhand notions like Frank Ocean. I forgot him. Wash clean, waterfalls, no TLC. Forgot them too. I gave the best of me. Matter of fact, I should have cheated on you like you did on me. But like Avant, now we're separated, no longer two. Deuces, I'm through with you. It's such a thin line between love and hate, too, even though I don't hate you. You put me in a place I can't even explain. Baby, we're trading places, finding love to fill the empty spaces, asking God to send me an angel from the heavens above to heal this broken heart from being in love. You took me and my heart for time and waste, took me for granted in your haste, so there's no more reminisce over you. I remember when my heart broke. I remember when I gave up loving you. Like Keisha and J. Cole, I'm cold when I see you. Like my girl Tink said, I'm someone who doesn't impose, try to control. We went nowhere fast, I can't take it back, no turning back, I ain't coming back. And you made it like that. Right now, I'm totally sure I should have lied. I should have cheated. I remember when you mistreated. Yet I want to thank you for finally revealing your colors. Now I can heal and finally recover. When all I wanted you to do was treat me like somebody all the time. Yet somebody real is just so hard to find. Someone who tells you the truth, loves you for you. Y'all know how I go. Trying to find love in a world so cold. Like J. Cole, I roll out before the fall off. Leaving wannabes in Dreamville. No settling, now I dream real. Really want to just let it burn, let it go. Cause baby, my body ain't jumping like it used to. You know. I know you want to cry me a river. When the papers finally hits, signed, sealed, and delivered. So deliberate. How could someone make me so sad? On the reverse, my bad. So now you thinking of me, yet there's no more anniversary. Once wished you loved me. But like Janine, you broke me down. So laugh now, cry later. There's nothing greater than my peace of mind. We used to argue all the time. You always said I'm wrong. So now we're just another sad love song. And yet, like Rod, I'm riding this wave. My heart on ice. Me, I had to save twice. Cause what Jay say? Don't save him. He don't want to be saved. Don't save him. He don't want to be saved. Don't save him. He don't want to be saved. And like Tank, you can't make your heart feel something it won't. And I don't want to give you the wrong impression. And I hope I don't sound too desperate, but I need and desire love and affection, security and protection. To jump right in full throttle, full speed, need some real love to love me. A sweet love like Jim and Nell that I can sink into, where my heart is healed, my soul aligns, and my emotions divine so high, I tap in until I'm a satisfied outcast. Yet no sorry, Miss Jackson, since both of us tried and the love died, inside, and there's no lights, cameras, actions. No more pain built up deep inside, no more tears left to cry. My heaven on earth rebirth. Like life, I'm in Never Never Land, and I'm having faith until then, and I'm putting it in God's hand. It's my master plan. Peace.
One more time, give it up for Dr. Carmel one more time. All right, two more poets. Real quick, because I was going to ask this as a question for our thing, but I didn't get a chance to. Did anybody see the past verses that happened with Tank and Tyrese? All right, who y'all think won?
If you make Tank, obviously, there's a turtle.
Oh no, there's some people capping hard for Tyrese, and I'm like,
and they wear turtlenecks.
Oh no, I feel like Tank was bullying Tyrese.
Yeah, Tyrese was emotional. That whole thing.
I feel like Tank was bullying him.
I mean, that's fine.
Okay, I'm gonna say this real quick.
But Tank won, but he was bullying him.
It would have never happened if Tyrese didn't start it first. Because everybody keep forgetting Tyrese started first, and he said, "Oh, you coming out doing that? You just putting people to sleep."
That's fair.
That was the first thing.
That's fair.
And then I checked out when he started talking about the Aaliyah track. I checked out right then and there. And then next thing you know, that turtleneck. It was so harmonious too, wasn't it? It was like, I was like, man. All right, y'all. That's two more artists. Everybody got next artist? Everybody say yeah? Yeah. Your next artist. If she's inspired by you, she will come to you, tap you on the shoulder, look in your face and say, you like my uncle now, or you like my granddad now, or something of that nature. But one of the dopest people I know, if you have not bought one of her books, you should buy one of her books. Yeah. If she do not have your color, she will make that book in your color. I challenged her and told me to make this book, a particular book in plaid. She gave me that particular book in plaid. So, with that being said, please put your hands together for Seminette, y'all. She comes to the stage.
Thank you. Hi everyone, my name is yes. I just love this group. Hi, my name is Simonette Hibbert, aka your growth mindset bestie and the big deal energy ambassador.
Hey.
Now, I was deciding what to do and I chose these 2 points. One, I want to remind everybody that you have a purpose. We already know that, but also I want to remind you to do it now. Whatever it is that you have on your heart, whatever it is that you want to do. Because this week when I saw the coffee scene close, I'm like, a lot of people plan to go this Sunday or next Sunday. And we've been planning, we're going to do this next week and the week after. We're planning, but listen, you're planning, but you don't know what happened tomorrow. And so I thought of that, and I also thought, when I went to Chile, I'm like, oh, when I come back, I want to talk to my dad. I guess he missed me so much, he died that time. So what I'm saying is, you never know. That's dark humor. But I say that to say you never know, because we're always planning. We're gonna do this tomorrow, next week, the week after. Whatever is placed on your heart, I just want to use tonight to tell you, you've been thinking about it, just do it. If it's not illegal. If it's illegal, but if it's not illegal, please do it. So, I make sure you leave your mark on this earth. So, my first poem is, what would your eulogy say? When you Google what a eulogy is, it tells you it's a speech given at a memorial service in memory of someone who has died. But I have a question for the living. If someone stood up one day and spoke about your life, what would they say? Would they say that you played it safe, that you waited for permission to become who you were meant to be? Or would they say that you lived with big deal energy? That you walked into rooms carrying purpose in your spirit and courage in your bones? That when life tried to convince you to shrink, you expanded? That when fear knocked on your door, you answered with faith? And when doubt whispered, you can't, you replied, watch me? Would they say that you lifted others when they forgot their worth? Or would they say that your words planted seeds that kept growing while you were gone? Would they say that you showed up fully, not halfway, not sometimes, but boldly, consistently, and with big deal energy always? Because a eulogy is not really about death. It's about evidence. Evidence that a life was lived. Evidence that a person mattered. Evidence that someone showed up in this world and made it better. So maybe the real question is not what would your eulogy say, The real question is, what are you doing today that will give them something powerful to say tomorrow? Live in such a way that when your story is told, they have no choice but to say, that person lived with purpose, that person walked in faith, and that person refused to quit, and that person carried big deal energy always. Alright, so when you're not quitting, when you're following your purpose, it's easy. But first you have to know what is your why. What is that thing that gets you excited? What is that thing that you wake up daily and you're like, whenever you're doing it, it feels like fun. It doesn't feel like a chore. And that's your why. And we all have a why, and we're all unique. So some person's why might have comedy, and some of us might try that. That is not our why. So figure out what is your why. So this one is entitled, Knowing My Why. I don't just wake up to pass time. I wake up for a purpose. I wake up to shine. Me say me don't just wake up for pass time. Me wake up for a purpose. Me wake up for shine. You see, my why is stitched deep in my chest. It's like a fire we say, Simonette, give them your best. It sounds like my late dad's voice deep in my ears, saying push through the struggle, no bow to no fears. It sounds like my grandaunt's prayers day and night, saying, God guide your step, keep your spirit bright. My why is the class, it's the stage, it's the ink on the journal, it's the words on the page. It's that Jamaican heartbeat drumming through my vein, and a reminder that growth comes even through pain. So I lift, I build, I teach, and I try. Me say me lift, I'ma build, I'ma teach, I'ma try. I'ma push them for dream, I'ma tell them for fly. Because the only true measure when all of this is done is knowing that you've helped someone to shine like the sun. Me said the only true measure when all of this is done is knowing that you help somebody to shine like the sun. So when the mountains are steep and the valleys are high, I will keep going because I know my why. Thank you. So, you have a book, I have some in my bag. If you don't get one today, just share it when you see it on social media. Thank you.
One more time, get up for some of that, y'all. One more time. Alright, so real quick, before we bring up our last artist, because I gotta give her a shout out. So, Dogwood Festival, because we kind of hit it on that not too long ago with Ms. Dominique over there. Please come to the Dogwood Festival this year. It is April 25th through 26th. We are doing, and I hate that he left out, so during the Dogwood Fall Festival, Suave started something with the Dogwood Fall Festival called the Creative Corner, and it was something that they did for artists. So this year for the main Dogwood Festival, I will be hosting this year's Creative Corner. So what we're doing different than last year is that it's a curated list, and on that curated list we have 2 days where we will be featuring 8 groups or 8 artists basically. So on day 1, which is Saturday, we'll be featuring Miss Simonette. She'll be one of our features. We will also be featuring Mr. Silas Tony. If you guys are familiar with Silas, I'm going to be featuring. And then we also have a poet by the name of Is the God that's coming from Wilmington, North Carolina, who is also an alumni member of the Detroit Slam team. And on that Saturday also we will be featuring Amanda Bullard, who is also an alumni from the Detroit Slam team as well. For all phenomenal dope poets. And then on Sunday, we will be featuring Neil Ray. We also will be featuring Shanika Verse Whitfield. We also will be featuring Keith Sowell. And then to cap it all off, we'll be doing a mock poetry slam with the Detroit Slam team. So basically, y'all will get to see what a slam looks like if you've never seen a slam. So the Detroit Slam team will be basically going against each other, trying to see who's gonna win. So, and then we'll be doing clean poems because I told them they need to do clean poems. So it's a fair. So be ready for that. Y'all will be in time. And I'll be judging y'all while I listen. Alright, y'all ready for your last artist with the open night? Everybody say yeah? Yeah. Alright, you ready? No, I'm playing, ain't you? Alright, but last brother get ready to come up here. This man has been doing some phenomenal work as well. We told y'all a bit about his story earlier. This man, I'm gonna talk about him just for a quick second because I appreciate the humbleness. But that man do need to share his goals and his achievements every now and then. He be being quiet on it. But this man, I want to tell y'all, like, out of all the stuff he's been doing, aside from being a dope spoken word artist and author, like, he is literally, like, contracted to take pictures for, like, the biggest Comic-Con in the country known as GalaxyCon.
I want to go to that.
And you don't want to tell nobody about it. I'm going to talk about it. Like, you talk about it. So I'm just talk about it. Give you flowers right here. But please put your hands together for the one and only Law Bullock.
Yay, Lucifer!
Wait a minute, what are y'all calling him?
He's got 50 names.
It's for philosopher, not Lucifer, right?
No, Lucifer. Lucifer.
I was about to say, you might as well.
Same.
Sound like you pissed somebody off, you know?
So it's like Christopher, but
Hey.
Hey, Lord.
Howdy.
Y'all doing good? Y'all doing good?
Yeah.
Hello. So as my brother LJ said, I do need to talk more about my stuff, but because of how late it is, I'm gonna do one shameless plug.
Okay.
Just one?
This time. So May 30th, from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m., NC Skulker returns.
Hey.
And this time we are moving to the Arts XL building, which is literally right actually down a couple parking lots from here, because we're in. So Arts XL building is on 214 Burgess Street, Fayetteville, North Carolina. It is a dope space. If you went to the J Dilla sessions where LJ hosted it, you know that space is dope.
Okay.
And I was able to get spoken move there for the May events, and I'm so happy about that because no stairs. But also we have 3 dope artists. First we have China representing Kinston, North Carolina.
Yes.
We have Shaken Not Stirred, who's also a Detour alumni representing Sanford, North Carolina. And we also have Fayetteville's one and only Yo Give Two Lies. And to host that madness, because I'm just curating it, to host that madness is our very own Empress B. So, and guess what? Tickets are only $10.
Only $10. That's practically free. Plus $10. It's like somebody makes you also pay for gas to get there.
I'm new here.
Yeah, so May 30th, the event page is up. It'll be posted to Poetry and Fayetteville soon. The ticket link will go up tonight, and also there will be a sponsorship opportunity as well. So, shameless plug-in. Fresh ink.
Fresh ink. Drip.
Splash.
I like that. I gotta get that on the shirt.
Hi. My name is Law, short for Lawrence, and I suffer from not knowing how to get to the finish line. Keeping a checklist to convince me to stay on track, a temptress of my own design, and as we begin to caress, enter procrastination. I'm not sure if it's ADHD or if it's commitment issues. Blueprinting one project, moving on before I'm halfway through. At times I read up to 5 books at once. I used to think I'm quite the whore for literature. But instead of achieving satisfaction of settling a mental debt, I bookmark my progress, robbing myself of a well-deserved conclusion. Whether the story starts fast or slow, keeps a good pace, or becomes long-winded, I sit it to the side, intending to double back. Feeling like I've wasted my investment, packing for a new road trip before I'm packing from the last one. If poems were startups, I would own hundreds. Possessing the knowledge of how to flip them, but I can't flip what I felt a place to finish the touches on. A real estate agent of those with nothing to sell. You see, side note. My first book, I wrote in a month and a half. My second took me almost a year. Even now, I fight the itch to give it another alteration. Wasted energy that best deserves a new focus. And there's the conundrum. When I do focus, I put too much energy into it. If I don't commit, my effort goes AWOL. That could be why I never have long-standing relationships. I'm either all in or not at all, or maybe I'm afraid that I'll meet someone who treats my heart like I do books. Quick to pause us if the investment takes too long to pay off, or if her commitment issues are just as rampant as mine are. A blank page, wanting to begin, wanting to share itself, unsure if what's typed on it will satisfy, or be doomed to be cast away into a wastebasket of misfit toys. I tell myself to keep going once I crack the first sentence. Stay the course, because distractions, hopscotch, or procrastination. So when loved ones ask me how I'm doing, even if I'm not there yet, I can tell them this: I'm working on it.
One more time, get up on the log, go out there. And that concludes our Versus show. Everybody enjoy themselves? Yeah. I know we went longer than we needed to. I'm apologizing to some of y'all. Definitely apologizing to you. To you.
Your wife.
Because you have to work in the morning. I kept you out longer than I did. I'm sorry. I'll make it up to you. I'll buy you
I'm just about to say you're going to make that up.
I'm gonna buy her pizzas. I got it.
You just have to feed me because we haven't had dinner yet.
Yeah, we went on a food trip. We get something on the way back. I gotta pack it. I gotta get on the road in the morning before. I'm still on tour. All right, everybody enjoy themselves though.
Yes.
All right, so last but not least, once again. So as you guys know, we are now permanently here for Versus. So this is the Versus spot. I'm going to figure out how we're going to work this out, because from what I'm seeing, we're going to probably start getting a lot more people in here. So I'm going to try to figure this whole thing out the way we adjust it. That's perfectly fine. I'll figure it out, because that's the beautiful thing about when you do events. You got to work out everything. Maybe it's on tables or something. Maybe we'll switch it out where we can have a mic against there, because y'all know y'all like pictures against brick walls. Look at everybody like, look at this. Yeah, we can brick walls. So Wes, we'll get you over there. We got you. The click. But now we're going to Photoshop Canva you in. We got you. But no, I do want to say thank y'all so much for supporting the artists. Thank y'all so much for supporting everything that's going on. Definitely. Thank y'all for supporting just the Fayetteville poetry scene, man. Like, it was beautiful seeing everybody come together to make sure if coffee scene, the building is gone. The job expression is still going on between Neil and Unorthodox, because it starts back up next week. So that's the beautiful thing about it. The event itself is what made coffee scene. And I think Neil and Unorthodox said it best. So be ready for that. Make sure y'all support it when it happens. It's going to be dope. And then I do know that the other part about that is that the Detour Slam team is going to be showcasing some of their poems at that event. So make sure y'all go and check it out. Other than that, talk to the artists if y'all have a network yet. And I pray that y'all get home safely. Please be safe when y'all do leave the building. If you need to get you one more refill of your drinks, then go over there and get y'all refills. Other than that, thank y'all so much, and I will see y'all soon. Thank y'all.